Wait
Oh,
till he gets their own
mine
fighters.
all is really hard.
Oh
So
man.
hold up.
Yeah,
Come on.
mine
I
is
can't hear
definitely
you, bot.
hard.
There we go.
There you
Oh
go.
man, it's still. Babe, you don't have
Now, let
sound
me ask you
canceling,
this
huh?
though. Let me ask you this though. Now, if
That makes
this game
sense.
was on the PC only,
Well,
I mean, if it was on, I'm sorry,
mine
was it
all
also on the
is
PC?
really
Would
hard.
that still
So
be considered just an Xbox game? Because it was on Xbox first.
Hold on, what happened? Can you repeat that and repeat that for everybody in the chat because we are in our pregame right now.
I
You
can't. I can't now.
what? No,
Yeah, he's a little shy.
no,
I'm a
no.
little shy.
Come on, man.
I don't like
Just
talking in
picture
front of people.
everybody in the chat naked.
Oh no,
No.
too much of a sausage fest. Let me get some ladies
Oh,
up in here, and then I'm ready.
wow. Now seriously, what were you saying, man?
No, I was wondering on the list, would it disqualify my pick if that game is also on the PC?
No, no. Why would it?
Okay,
Why?
okay,
Why would it? It's.
okay, okay,
I mean,
okay.
I didn't. We didn't leave it strictly to Xbox exclusives. It's just like the three greatest Xbox games in your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
But
I got you.
but check this out. If you were playing it on PC, that disqualifies
No,
it. You see what
no,
I'm
no, no,
saying?
no,
Because it's got to
no,
be
no, no.
an
I
Xbox
mean,
memory. You see, you got.
hell, I had
You
AOL.
made
I
me throw
think
my lighter, man. I'm getting heated.
when I was playing that game on PC. I mean, when I was playing that game on the original Xbox, and I think yeah, I had AOL. I wouldn't even fuck with no game on
Oh,
PC back
Solo Dolo's in the building. Yo,
then.
that's one of my favorite names in the chat. I gotta let you guys know that.
it's fun to say.
What's up, Solo? Oh, that is you, lady. You are the source of my echo.
I'm sorry. You know what? I don't know why.
Excuse me, miss. Can you
So,
please lower the volume on your headset?
excuse me,
I
miss.
would
Can you
appreciate
please
it.
go to hell?
Ooh.
I
All
already, I already lowered the
right,
volume on my headset.
listen.
I could barely hear you guys.
Mm.
Ooh,
Yo,
who got a drink?
we.
Oh, did you hear it? Because I put it right next to the microphone. Boy, these things are really good. I got me some
all,
cognac.
all we need
I,
now is the fire alarm, and we're all set. That's
I
all we
got some
need.
All right.
cognac.
Well, I'm actually about to leave the mechanic now, so y'all can start whenever.
All right. Well, yo, about how long?
Beep.
How long you gonna be, man? Let everybody know, cause like you got this brand new logo. Everything's all shiny,
I
man.
know it's nice. Who put that nasty ass star on there though?
That's from Texas. That's the Lone Star.
I was gonna
That's the
put
Lone Star State.
I was gonna put
No,
bullet holes and
that's
blood
that
stains
whack
on
ass
that
Dallas
thing, man.
Cowboys. Rams for life, man. Get that garbage out of here, man. Send that shit to Hades.
Yo, what's going on, Gorilla? You said Dallas is bad, and then you claim Rams, man. The Giants are
You're
where it's
kidding me.
at. Yo, come
Watch
on.
mouth. Hey man, the rookie's gonna get out there and get blessed. I can't wait.
Yo, I have
First of
no
all,
idea why.
number
Like,
one
are
pick.
they actually gonna start him? Because
Yeah, yeah, they got to man. Keenum is playing like garbage. Hey, look, we got to spark something. I mean, to get to 500. Look, man, and Jeff Fisher's job is on the line. I hope it is. If he doesn't get fired, if we have another 7 and 9 year, man, I know he's got something on Roger Goodell or on Kroenke. He knows some dirt
he's
because he has been getting away with murder.
uh,
So
you got guys. You checking out the little kind of like tribute to 15 years of Xbox that we got going on our podcast today, man?
yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
All right. I'll be home in exactly 2 minutes.
Two minutes. Damn. What is your mechanic next door?
Now you got to
Nah, I live around the
stay
corner
tuned.
from like a big, huge shopping plaza, and you got Midas and all that other stuff in here,
All
so
right, you
that's where I
said
go.
2 minutes, man. I'll give you like 10. All right. So.
Nah,
all
2 minutes.
right, man. Oh man, but it's been a crazy week. We had the 15-year anniversary going on with Xbox and Halo. So there was a Halo live stream. Yo, did you guys check out the Halo live stream for the anniversary?
No, I didn't get a
No,
chance to.
Mm-mm.
It was funny
I was too busy
because
playing with you.
at the beginning they just kept saying it was like a mega disclaimer. Listen, lady.
Mm? What?
I mean, I love hearing my voice and everything, but you're killing me right now. Um,
Mm.
but there was like
I don't hear it.
a major disclaimer, and they were just like, yeah, there was a lot of people talking about major news and stuff. They're like, no, we're just celebrating Halo. Calm down, guys, and stuff. They didn't really come out and say anything big. They were just kind of reminiscing about like Halo throughout the years and stuff. So I stopped watching it halfway through. Um, yeah.
Beautiful thing, though.
Yeah, definitely, man. 15 years, like, and that is the game. When the first Xbox came out, that is the game that if that didn't catch on the way it did, man, we probably wouldn't be sitting here with an Xbox One right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a
So
fact.
so
We would be waiting for greatness like everybody else.
them Halo haters out there, man, you gotta at least respect that. Like that one title made sure that these consoles came out. What we're 3 generations into it, and that's another thing people don't understand. Like Microsoft is still the new kids on the block when it comes to this whole thing. You know what I'm
Very,
saying?
yeah, very true. Very true.
Like,
Very true.
Not by much though. It's only like 5 years. Like PlayStation act like they've been here since the beginning. They haven't.
Well,
Nintendo's
PlayStation,
the old timers, right? To be
play,
honest with you,
PlayStation's been out for what, six years longer?
something
So
I
like
thought it was
that.
only 5.
no, it came in the
5,
U.S.
6. I mean, what's the difference
Well,
there?
it started in Japan. It came out in
Uh,
Japan in
I'm
2000.
home,
I mean, I'm
Xbox.
sorry,
That is
1994.
insanity, dude. Like you said, you had to go
Yeah.
pick up the car. Is the car like an Iron Man suit? You had like the propulsion rockets and just zoom back home. That's insane.
Oh,
Still has the
I
same.
see you, AJ. Yeah, man, we're gonna have to play some Tekken, brother. I was asked to play some Tekken last night from a homeboy from Brooklyn, and I was like, man, I'm playing this. I'm over here recording some gameplay. I was like, man, I get at you, man. So yeah, man, we all need to collaborate.
Did you say
Just hit
Halo?
me up.
Yeah, we'll definitely play Halo together.
I said Tekken. You know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and get that going. Also, man, Bam, we need to go ahead and get that Mortal Kombat thing jumping off too, because I want
Oh,
to
see,
get
I'll
I'm
go in
down.
on that, man.
yeah, because
That's
I
why.
gotta keep practicing, keep working
That's
on
why
it.
we need these arenas to hurry up, man.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I got you. Right now, it's only Killer Instinct, I believe. That's doing
I didn't even
anything
see it.
with
I was looking
Arena.
for it in Killer Instinct, and
Nah, see, with Killer Instinct, the community actually does the tournaments now.
okay, okay.
But once the arenas come, we will be able to set our own tournaments and our own prizes and stuff like that.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
Uh oh, I'll be out there to get prizes, man. Oh,
So we got Dad's in the chat. He said, "Boo,
boo what? Boo.
boo,
He
boo
might be talking
you."
about my Cowboys logo.
Hmm.
dude,
Oh yeah,
dude,
you bringing some hate with
do
that
you
thing in here.
understand how much that hurt me, Newark? Like I am a Giants fan, and like I did it for you, dude. That's all I gotta say, man. Like I hope you like it because man,
You
that
know
that
what?
was
That bot,
painful.
he doesn't really have a soul, so yeah, don't worry about it, man. Like
that's
it
the
really didn't hurt.
that's the bot part of my name right there. I guess I
Yeah,
am
no
soulless.
soul, no soul bot.
No soul bot. You made it almost sound like a Japanese character. You say it really quick. No soul bot.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad I'm
just
not
call
the
him.
only one that heard that shit. Yeah.
I just call him S bot because that's just too many like words with dots on them. Letters with dots on them. So I just like what's up S bot, or whatever. So yeah, man. Good,
Okay,
good
Alan
dude,
told
man.
me I gotta let O Snaps talk. I think he's gonna really like this episode then because we got a couple topics here that everybody's really going to share their opinions on. Am I right, guys? Like we're really going to go down the line on a couple things here, and people are really going to be able to express their thought on like the Xbox games, the whole memories thing and stuff like that. So I think Alan's going to like it. So oh snaps, you better have a lengthy conversation about these things because Alan wants you to talk more. And I think she's taking care of the kids.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, save me! He just
For
keeps
people who don't know,
talking
like
about
all four kids
everything.
are here this weekend, so it's a madhouse, yo.
As I said, there's a sign hanging on your door that says "Welcome to the zoo."
It should be. What were you asking me about?
No, it's just that Alan said that I better let you talk more, and then I looked at the topics. I was like, yo, he's really gonna like this episode because there's some topics on here that people are really everybody on the panel is really gonna express their thoughts, like when it comes to the Xbox games, memories and stuff like that. So I think he's really gonna like the show. So
Alan should know I'm not allowed to talk because I'm echoing. Sad face.
well, you Yo, Alan, you got to check out her live stream from last night. Yo, it was insane.
It was really bad words.
Bad words. Yeah,
Bad
it's the
words.
cursing live stream. But
It was.
unfortunately, I don't have my key guy here to kick off the intro. So hopefully somebody else on the panel can take this because I'm about to say, yo, guys, are you ready to check out the intro?
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Nice. What's going on, people, and welcome to another episode of the next podcast. My apologies, a couple little technical difficulties, but everything is straight now, guys. I'm really excited for this episode because as you may have known, like we just went through 15-year anniversary of Xbox and 15-year anniversary of Halo, and of course, Xbox was coming out. They showed like a limited edition kind of elite controller. Unfortunately, it wasn't for sale. But Xbox was on social media, really kind of like hyping up the fact that they've been around for 15 years, and it is really it's an awesome thing because when the first Xbox came out, people didn't even know if that sucker would last. And look at us now, 15 years in the making and going strong, I might add. But guys, as usual, I'm really hyped for this Saturday. I'm really hyped to be able to talk to this band of misfits that I call the next podcast panel. So let me go down with the introductions. First, he's just trying to talk to the intelligent gamers out there. And that is my boy, K Mega.
What's happening, everybody? You know who it is. If you don't by now, shit, go to my channel and go sub it. I'm 4 away from 600. Let's go. Also, to all my haters, less social media and more video game playing. I am so tired of you guys on social media every 10 minutes and not playing any video games or not showing no video game play. And man, as usual, so excited about Saturdays. Love being here with my family. Let's have one hell of a show tonight.
I like that, man. You switched it up because like they tried to come at us with like less podcasts, more gameplay, and I like that because they like live on social media, and I know exactly who you're talking about. So
Oh man,
that's absolute genius, man. Because like I think their favorite game is Facebook, and I think they're trying to get all their trophies in that game, dude.
oh man, they would be on top if they had if Facebook had any type of trophies or achievements because they are always on it at all
Facebook
different
is
times of
filming
night.
right now, taking tips, guys.
Hey Zuckerberg, you got some people that are constantly on there, so you go ahead and take advantage of them because they will be there
Yeah, all the time, yo. You can use them
all
for
the
whatever
time.
purpose. They like sleep there, yo. It's amazing. But yo, let's go next on the list. The guy who actually, he put away that air conditioned chinchilla because the weather is starting to get cooler out and stuff like that, and he is his own heat source during the winter, and that is that man that tells you to kiss that ring, show that respect, the Don.
Hey guys, and you know what? I'd never put down the chinchilla. I have one without sleeves and one with sleeves. So,
Chinchilla vest.
yeah, don't worry about that. So, I'm always wearing that thing. But yeah, another week has gone by. It's gone by so fast, and you know what's crazy? we actually do have gameplay on our podcast. So
That's
when people say less podcasts and more gameplay, we got both.
dude.
You guys are liars.
Indeed.
This is not our gameplay. Come on now.
Oh man, I hold
Stole
on.
it.
I remember doing all this in Halo. So like, unless my memory is completely gone, I'm completely senile. I believe this is our gameplay. And if you look at the overlay, it says Xbox gameplay. Anyway, but
You're
Shameless
fake
plug.
fraud.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm all about lately. Last couple days, shameless plugs all day. But
I'm fine with that. That's good.
yeah, let's go next on the list. The first lady of Next Podcast, the creator of the nextpodcast.com. She also created our official Twitter page, the Next Podcast One, and that is oh snap suckers.
What's up, you guys? Happy Saturday. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys get a chance to check out an article I wrote on Sir Tommy Gunn's blog. Everybody knows Tommy Guns. If you don't, you better get to know him. He's a great person. It has to do with people giving in the community. And, when we, sorry, I'm having issues with my connection here. When we were helping shout out the God, I can't even think because the kids are so damn loud.
Go karts,
Thank
right?
you. Yes, they always do this. It's like every time I talk about the go karts, the kids get louder. So, anyways, I wrote an article about it, and I want to say thank you to everybody who did donate, and you guys are also awesome and amazing. And enjoy the show, you guys.
Nice, nice. Well, for the past few weeks, we've been, starting off the show with what I call the MPG or most played game of this past week. I really like where it's going, and I love hearing what you guys say. The games that you're getting into and stuff like that. So, before we get into that, let me just state that. Hold on, is Newark is here, right?
Yes, I'm here.
My bad, wizard. Oh man. Yeah. All right, well, let me introduce the wizard of the UWP, the man that is on top of every app that comes out for Windows 10, and that is Newark NJ with that new logo too, man.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of the podcast. I want to give a shout out to a new member to this club, to the dislike club. We now have two dislikes on the video instead of one, so welcome to the dislike club.
It's
Hope
gross.
everybody enjoyed the show, man. Can't wait to talk about this Xbox news, man. Was like it's been around for 15 years, man. It's a long time. Still an infancy, but 15 years is a long time, man. Well, I ain't gonna get into detail till we actually talk about it, but the console came out around the time, a lot of stuff was going on. So I have a lot of memories. Can't wait to talk about it.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice. I think you're going to take over our biggest memory segment, man. I can't wait to hear about that, yo. Dude, I was ready to, like, say about you and Fuski's as, like, hopefully you guys will be back in. I forgot that you actually said, dude, you had, like, 2 seconds and you came back home. That's incredible. Um,
Yeah.
but, yeah, like I said, Foos, unfortunately, he couldn't make the beginning of the show. Hopefully he gets in here at some point in time.
Boo.
Yeah, I know.
Boo.
I think he got like completely buried in women's undergarments. Like he went to the strip mall and he just said a couple things to somebody and just instantly, women's underwear was just flying. He's trying to dig himself out of it right now. Yeah, he should
Man,
he should
what
be
a
in.
burden that guy has to live with, right?
I know, man. Jeez.
Duct tape is your best
Jeez.
friend. Just put it right over your lips. But yeah, so
Well, I hope all is well with him.
yeah, he's been going through some rough times. People who follow him on Twitter, like he's been having, some issues. There's some health issues in the family and stuff like that. So if he doesn't make it, huge shout out to him and his family. The next podcast,
No
we
doubt.
we are your second family. So whatever you guys need, we are there for you. Um, on that note, MPG most played game, and I'm gonna go to Newark. Newark, dude, what is your most played game this past week? And why don't you, kind of share something about it, man?
The craziest thing was I think Battlefield was updating. So I was like, let me go check out like my game library.
Hmm?
And I forgot I downloaded the games with gold title, The Escapist, and I started playing it and I'm addicted to it. Like
Really?
the game the game is insane, yo. I never really heard about the game, so And then now I'm actually following the actual game on Xbox. So you know the developers they post stuff up there. So they talking about what's coming in part 2 of the game.
Oh, nice. Yo, about how far did you get so far? Did you beat the first
Well,
prison or?
yeah, after a million hours, I had to cheat a little bit. I had to I had to go to YouTube because I spent like I put so many hours into the game and I was still stuck on the first prison figuring out how to escape or whatever.
Mhm.
And it was just real simple. But after I found out, it still took me a long time to do it, yo, because you know, like the certain tools I had, the actual police inside the jail, they'd find them, and you know, I had to keep loading my save over and over.
Damn, you kept
But the
getting
game is
caught
real
out,
fun.
man. You kept getting caught out.
Yep. But the game is real fun, man.
Dude, I gotta put more time into that because like I started playing it, I was having fun, but then I got to a point where I had to beat up this dude, and every time I went over to him, he one punch, bam, knocked me out, and I was like, yo, you know what? Fuck you, I'm gonna play something else, man.
Yeah, all you gotta do is equip a weapon. Just equip a weapon, and
Oh shit!
it's one. It's like a one hitter. That's it.
I'm about to go old school Oz and shank somebody. Yeah.
Dang.
Dude, you don't understand how frustrated it was, man. After like the 10th time trying to fight this dude, I was like, yeah, nah, we're done. We're done for a while. But all right, yo, oh snaps. What is your MPG for this past week? And please share something about it.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your gameplay is on loop, number one. Number two, my most played game is probably Forza because I haven't really had much time. It's been a very hectic week.
Mhm.
And I played 2 hours and change worth of Forza last night, and that ain't shit. But had a really good time with the community. I streamed it, so it's on my channel. If you guys want to check it out, it starts out slow and then it just gets gradually crazier and crazier. So it was a lot of fun. And that's my most played game.
Yeah, yeah. I was in there with you last night, and we had Blades, we had Zombie Slayer. I know.
Skull Dude was in the chat for the most part. He was playing a game. Uh, but yeah, I thought Xbot was watching something bad, and then I realized it was just me talking, and I was like, "Holy shit,
Yeah, yeah.
potty mouth!"
Accidentally walking through the house with her live stream on, and I should know better than that because like, yo, you guys know our parties get a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm walking through, and of course, everybody's voice is going through the live stream. There's 4 kids in the house, and all of a sudden, within 4 seconds, there was like 5 swears. I was like, oh no, oh man,
Oh,
like.
it was bad. I was like, "Who are you listening?" Oh, that's me.
That's you. But yo, yeah, we definitely had a great time last night. Freaking Blades, like he keeps getting first places, even when he uses the Xbox. I don't even know what to do anymore. Except we gotta kind of keep him away from the A class cars, and that's it. Like we gotta vote S1, S2 all the time, and keep him away from the A class cars. Um, Yo, Mega, what is your MPG for this past week? I know you've gotten into quite a few games and stuff. So what is your most played and yo, share something about it with us, man.
Man, you will be very shocked. Um, the game I played the most of was Titanfall 2.
Oh,
Yes, I got it the other day, and I haven't really stopped playing it. But before that, was I went back to Halo 5 story, and I beat it on a higher level, higher setting,
okay.
and man, just got drawn in all. Man, I love Halo 5. I don't even know why anybody hates the story. Going back through it again and beating it, I'm just kind of like, man. So I'm finna go back and beat it again on the highest setting, so I can experience it on a whole nother level, man. I just love Halo 5, man.
Nice.
Damn, 343 did a hell of a job. But those were the two games I played the most.
Nice, dude. Now, I could talk about Halo forever, but dude, did you,
But
you ever notice throughout the years with every Halo, like when they first come out, there's a complaint. There's something big within the community. They're like, "Oh, this game's garbage. It's not better than the previous one," and stuff like that. And then over time, as people play it more, they like it earns a respect, and it's like, well, nah, that actually really wasn't that bad, and like I really enjoy playing it. Have you noticed that, man?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that was the crazy thing. Now I went through at the hardest settings with my boy Bananas and Newark, but we didn't get a chance to finish it. So I went ahead and started back up again, and I was like, man, let me just play this game on heroic and go through it all the way again. And so now, since I got my fix again, I'm just kind of like, man, I gotta play some Halo, and I gotta go back through it again, solo and beat it,
Hmm.
or with some other people and go through it at the highest setting. So I'm excited.
Nice.
Hey, Mega, to
Yeah.
cut you off real quick. Um, I think if you check your co-op on the Halo
Hmm.
5, you're right at the end on co-op on Legendary. I think we was close to the last level, and
Well, we was,
yeah,
yeah.
me, Anwar, and
Bananas.
my son finished it. So if you want to go back
Okay.
and finish it, I'm down. But it's
Okay. Cool.
insane.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Most
difficulty level
definitely.
is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It was crazy. We spent.
Hey, sign me up for that too because I got like the last two levels to get done on that.
All right, so
That's
we
Nice.
could do
that's
that.
exactly where we are. Yeah. So we can go ahead and do that then.
Man, I feel like a dad right now. I'm just like so proud of you guys. Like, yo, sign me up for the Halo campaign and stuff like that. Yo, you guys, man, I'm getting all warm and gushy on the inside right now. Um, but let's see. We went oh snaps. The Don, the Don.
You're
I actually,
distracted today, bot. What's going on, buddy?
dude. Like I said, 4 kids in the house, man. I'm holding it together. I'm holding it together,
Oh
yo.
man, I don't know if it's your latest firmware update or what.
Yeah, yo. Unfortunately, I don't output in 4K right now since the last firmware update.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you basically upscale checkerboard style.
Yeah.
yo, Don, what is your MPG for this past week, dude?
I've been playing a lot of Shadow Complex. I've played the demo of that game, and I've never really like played through the whole entire thing. And the studio that did it's actually really close to me, so I wanted to give it a shot. So I bought the remaster edition, which is just kind of the little bit more bells and whistles for the Xbox One.
Hmm.
And I've been playing through that, and I'm so surprised how good that game is and how well it holds up just as far as gameplay,
Hmm. Yeah,
even
no,
today.
no, definitely. I was actually watching some of your gameplay. It's weird. I have to let the gameplay run through on the software I have, so the gameplay is on my computer and it just goes until the end. And for spoilers out there, yeah, he's gonna have Shadow Complex in his gameplay, and I was like, wow, that actually really looks good. It held up really well, man. I was really surprised. Dude, did you go
It,
through and
it plays
did you beat the
it
whole thing?
plays really well. No, I haven't finished it yet. I've been sick, so I haven't really been be able to spend a whole lot of time. And then outside of playing Forza with you guys yesterday, I had just been working on Project Pimp Cup. So I I've been working on that. So which that counts as gameplay too because I'm playtesting as I put concepts together. So
Yeah, dude, like you haven't told us too much about that, man. I can't wait to see what happens.
that's one I can actually openly talk about when I feel like it because it's my game. So no one really can tell me what to do or not to do on that. So.
Nice. I think you feel that nobody can really tell you what to do anyway. So, um, no difference there in your life, right?
Uh, I kind of live and give that impression, but no, no. I mean, there's that other studio project I have. I can't talk about that thing openly, and there's conversations I have with people in the industry that I just can't say a whole lot either. So
I got you, man. I got you. Well, when it comes to the MPG, I will let you guys know. I think for mine, it has to be NBA 2K17. For people who follow me, I get hooked into that my career, and kind of like progressing my player in my career. And they actually had a special on virtual currency a couple days back where for $1 you get like 15,000 in virtual currency. So I spent $1 on my character, got him almost up to a 70 rating, and I've been at
Wasted a
I.
dollar, Xbox.
Yo,
You
well,
know what I could have done
you
with
said
that dollar?
exposed because I spent extra money on a game. Like you're like, oh, you're exposed and stuff. I was like, it was $1. Like the VC
Pay
was
to play.
80% off. Like, yo, would anybody, yo, Mega, would you pass that up, man? 80% off for 15,000 VC.
No, because you know what? Right now I got I'm playing through 2K right now, and my favorite mode is my GM, and I didn't even know that they had extra teams that you could add for expansion.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going through right now. So yeah, hell yeah, that's a good deal. I'm gonna jump on that.
Hell yeah, dude. Like I said, I got my player up to a rating of 70. I'm averaging about like 20 points, almost 10 rebounds a game. Like I'm getting in, man. My Chicago Bulls drafted me, so like, yo,
Nice.
we're taking it franchise. We're going dynasty. You know what I'm
Hey,
That's
saying?
crazy
hey,
because
check
that's
it
who
out.
drafted me, the
Oh,
Bulls.
really? Really? Well, I was just say, check it out. Like me and 100, we get in and we'll jump on and play the park every once in a while.
Hmm.
So if we all get our characters up, maybe we can all jump in and go into the park and have a little team so we can
Oh yeah.
get it
It
going
is,
on
yeah.
there.
I'm about to say it is free this weekend also
Yeah. So
for
I
people who
mean,
don't have it.
yeah, it is free for this
Nice.
weekend.
Yeah, like I said, like I had to get my character up in ranking before I went into the park because I didn't want to. Like I do the utility stuff when I'm on the team as well as score, but I do the rebounds, I set the picks, I do all that other stuff as well. So I wanted to make sure I was at least at a 70 before I jumped in to the park. So I'll definitely go in with you guys. That is not a problem. Um, but all right, let's hit the topic at hand. 15 years of Xbox, and with that, man, I want to go down the list and I want to ask the panel out of the OG Xbox 360 and Xbox One, just like Xbox as a whole. I want to know what you guys think are like the top three best Xbox games, and for that, let's go with O Snaps first. O Snaps, let us know what your top three like Xbox games are. Throughout the generations, it doesn't matter which Xbox it was on, and just kind of give us a little info on why you picked these three.
My top three favorite games are Goat Simulator, Dear God, and Sing It.
What? Oh, what? I should have saved you for the end, yo. What?
Whoa.
Oh,
All right,
no,
I,
I'm
I
just
I think
playing.
everybody gasped in the chat right then and there, like, "Wha-" all right, all right. Do you
Failure.
want to go through them individually? Like, why did you pick each one? Because I really want to know this.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
Oh,
You know me better than that.
I was like, you played Dear God for like 3 minutes, and you're like, this is garbage. But
No, actually, I didn't. I actually streamed that game, and it was kind of dumb, but it was kind of amusing at the same time. I don't
oh,
know why.
oh, that's a horrible
But
experience. But all
my
right, go ahead.
my first favorite game would have to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I really got into that game. I got into the story, and you know me and my terrible memory. I I don't remember a lot of the campaign and stuff, but I do know that that was the one that really pulled me into it, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I would like to play that game again for sure.
Okay.
My second favorite would be GTA 5, only because since the 360, I've had a lot of stupid fun memories on there. Um, with you and so many different people in the community, and on Xbox and stuff like that. It's just unbelievable between the kids, our old crew. I actually have a song in the car. What the hell is it called? Freaking I don't want to sing it because my voice is horrible. But um, God damn
Yeah,
it!
we
I
had a
wish
crew song and everything, like when it came to
gosh,
GTA
I wish I
5.
could remember it. I'll tweet it later if I can remember it. But it's in the car and I listen to it every few days and I think about all the stupid good times we had in GTA. I know how cheesy that sounds. Absolutely
You used to
cheesy.
get me in
But
so much trouble in that game. You used to throw grenades, get freaking
God,
like
the
4 stars, and
cops.
jump in my car. Yeah.
Bless you. Just escaping the police and doing some dumb shit. It was the best, and that's why it's on my second favorite. And I went from the lowest to the top, and my top favorite game, probably of all time. Um, it was really hard choice, but this was one of my favorite games because you guys know I'm a casual gamer. I loved Left 4 Dead. That was my favorite game. I had the best multiplayer experiences in that game, and it wasn't because the game itself and how it was built. It was the people that I was playing with and trying to strategize like how we were going to pass levels and things like that. So Left 4 Dead 4. It's stupid, I know, but that was my top favorite game.
Hold on. When you said Left 4 Dead, was it one or two? Because I know
Did I
you
just
played
say Left
both.
4 Dead 4?
Yeah, I was like, hold on, you're a couple
I'm like
generations
a
ahead.
chat. Left
Uh,
4 Dead.
the first one,
Yeah, Left 4 Dead.
yeah,
Not Left 4 Dead 2, Left 4 Dead.
like
Yeah.
I'm
I just
not
like
sure if you remember this or not, but pretty much the first game we ever played, I think, what was it, the Left 4 Dead 2 demo, was the first.
yeah, we played that together.
You made me download it.
I did, and he was so against it, and I was so annoyed, but we had fun
Yeah,
together.
we definitely did. Damn, man, when you said GTA 5, I just remember like everybody. I remember Boss Envy, Gotta Rock. We had so many people that we used to just go and terrorize the city with. It was so much fun, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had our cruise song. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, those are my three favorite games. I mean, there's so many other games that I love, and it was a really hard choice because I searched and searched, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I had to make a choice, and that's that.
Nice, nice. Yo, new work, NJ.
What's going on?
Not too much, man. I want to know, and you are so knowledgeable when it comes to Xbox and everything like that. I'm real interested in hearing what are your three top Xbox games. Like I said, when I say Xbox games, it's games that you played on Xbox, and it doesn't necessarily have to be exclusive. Like, but let us know what are your three Xbox games, and kind of give us the reasoning as to why you picked them, man.
Well, there's too many, so I'm gonna pick the games that I had the most fun with,
Mm-hmm.
which would be Halo 5, Halo 3, and Halo Reach. All Halos. Those the
What?
only game. I'm gonna tell you why. Halo 3 and Halo Reach. Those were games that that sometimes I've played till the sun come up. Like on some old 007 Nintendo 64 fun on the same console
Oh yeah.
type. So I had the most fun with those games since the Nintendo 64 days.
Damn, you went full house Halo. Yo,
Yeah,
like
of course.
not for anything. I would expect that from you, but I'm saying no Fusion Frenzy or anything like that. It was just straight Halo all the way through.
Oh no, I told you it was a lot of games, but
Was
those
a
three, yeah,
hard choice, right?
Fusion Frenzy was also nice, man. Like that was a nice party game also.
Hmm. Yeah, me and my
But when
friends
it
played that a
comes to
lot, man.
when it comes to couch co-op and multiplayer and going online and stuff like that, like
All right, you
mainly the Halo 3 and Halo Reach.
nice, nice. Now, when you say couch co-op and stuff like that, and you say like playing, until the sun came up and stuff like that, just real quick, how do you feel about Halo 5? I know you said couch co-op, but how do you feel about Halo 5 not having split screen? Is that okay with you, man? Seeing as you went
Yeah,
Halo all the way across the board.
yeah, that's okay with me because I'm in Texas now, so I don't really know nobody down here.
That's good reasoning, man. Very good reasoning.
So I'm good.
Nice, nice, dude. Yo, Mega.
What up?
Mega, you're one of those OG gamers, man. I'm pretty sure you got a wide variety in your list of three. So, man, let us know what are your three top Xbox games.
Man, there was so many games, and it was really really hard. But you only can pick three. So the first one is KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic,
Nice.
on the OG Xbox. That game got me into BioWare games actually.
Mm.
Um, then it was the daddy of them all, Halo. Most definitely. I mean, Halo was just absolutely a stunning, amazing game.
Mm.
Changed my whole perspective about shooters. Hated shooter games, but that game changed me. And last but not least, this is going to be a surprise because it was a toss up between this and the and Mass Effect. But man, there was something about Burnout 3 that changed my whole life.
Ooh.
But changed my whole life, bro. I can't tell you how much how many gaming hours I put into Burnout Man 3. That game was absolutely sick as hell.
Straight fire, right, man?
Oh my God, you just don't understand.
Dude, I like with Burnout. I love like the mode where they had like an intersection or something like that, and you
The
would.
crash, yeah, the crash, yeah, man. That was the thing that I had at the time. I had let me say this really quietly. I had like an ex girlfriend that
Wow.
was that had her and her friends that would come in and play that game, man, and it was amazing because they just loved the whole crashing thing. I think that was the thing about it because it brought in people that didn't play video games
Mhm.
to try it, and then once they got good at it, it became so epic. It was like a whole room of people just trying to wreck and crash. It was just stupid,
Nice, nice, dude.
man. Hmm.
Like, not for anything. Burnout as a franchise has such a following that I believe Burnout Paradise is one of those top games that they've been asking for backwards compatibility, man.
Hmm.
So if that comes out as backwards compatible, first of all, do you have it? And if you don't have it, would you pick it up to try to kind of rekindle that burnout in your life, dude?
Oh yeah, but you see, it didn't feel like Burnout Paradise just didn't feel like the old Burnouts. I would say Burnout Revenge was more closer to the old Burnouts, but yeah, absolutely. I got I got Burnout Paradise on my PC. So if it came to the Xbox, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. So, but hopefully they bring Revenge as well.
Nice, nice. Yeah, like it seems like from title to title when it comes to Burnout, there's like a certain cult following that really loves three. There's a certain cult following that really loves Paradise. It seems like there's like different communities that like different Burnouts. So that's really interesting, man.
Hmm.
Dude, I like it, man. You did not let me down. And KOTOR, dude, I have some memories of that game. Like I've anybody who listens like will listen to me. I'm like, dude, I had like a severe case of bronchitis. KOTOR just came out. I picked it up before I was like bedridden for like a week. And all I did that whole week was like take like cold medicine and play KOTOR like until I beat it, yo. That shit was that game is
Yeah, it was
amazing.
sick. Yeah, it's real sick. And since I already picked a Bioware game, that's why I left by Mass Effect off, even though it was really close. But man, there was some about KOTOR how they did that that creepy robot. That bastard was a mean son of a bitch. But I loved KOTOR, man. I hope some way, shape, or form that they'll bring that back on the Xbox.
Nice, nice. Yo, Mr. Chinchilla himself. Hopefully it's the sleeveless right now, and hopefully it's the
Yeah.
long chinchilla with no sleeves,
Oh
because
yeah.
that's how I picture it.
Yeah. It drapes on the floor as you walk by.
Nice.
That's how it works.
All right, man. I know.
So
I know everybody in the chat really wants to know what your top three Xbox games are. So, man, why don't you spill the beans right now, sir?
man, I am a huge Gears fan. I have to give it to Gears One and Gears Three personally for myself
Okay, so that's
for
two
two of
right
them.
there.
That's two right there. I mean, but it was a revolutionary shooter that a lot of people copied, and honestly, no one's been able to copy well. To be honest with you, right?
Right.
Hmm.
There's tons of first-person shooters and different variances on that, but there's not a lot of good third-person shooters with a cover system.
And dude, I would argue
So that
when it comes to the first person shooter, I'll definitely let you continue. But when you said that, when it comes to the first person shooter genre, I would actually argue that Halo is still the cream of the crop. Like it's still the one that kind of rises to the top. I know Call of Duty, being multi-plat sells crazy amounts and stuff like that. And there's other first
but
person
that's the
shooters,
that's
but
the auto aim first-person shooter for people, right? You pull the left trigger and practically aims for you.
yeah, I
You
see
know,
that.
and so it has a mass appeal like that. It doesn't it requires. I mean, no offense to people to play that game, but it does require a little less skill. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, you don't have to work
Uh,
down shields either, man.
exactly. But Gears was unique because it was just that raw. Just you're just the guy that dealing with war, and it's tough, real stuff. And I don't think a lot of people kind of realize that some of the campiness, but some people just got offended. It's like it's a bro shooter. I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with being a bro? Like seriously, this is a ton of fun.
Hmm.
And this is what games are about. It's about taking you to a whole new place. And one was huge. I think four was even better with four-player co-op. I mean, it had to be designed from the ground up. and that one was phenomenal. It also introduced sleeveless characters, which is just badass. And I'm going to say Mass Effect, Mass Effect One in particular, because it was a shooter, but it was an RPG, and it was that balance, I would say, with a little bit more RPG versus the other Mass Effects.
Hmm.
That I don't like turn-based RPGs, but that one drew me in, right?
Mm.
Uh, because of everything, because there was just the right amount of uh, live action, right, when you're actually playing it, and then there was the other part that you had as well, which was like you pause the game and you would have that wheel of selection that you had for all your different abilities and things like that. And if you didn't use one or the other, like you basically would die, right? So it would kind of force you to use both aspects of the game, and I thought that was kind of a revolutionary game
Okay.
thinking about it.
Nice, nice, man. I mean, everybody so far, the lists have been really good. I do like Newark going full house Halo across the board here. Um, Let me share my
You
three
should have just
games.
chose Master Chief Collection. I don't understand why you didn't just do that, because that would have freed up two more choices for him.
Dude, see,
He has a point.
Don is slick, man. Oh my goodness. But then when it comes to the multiplayer with the changing of servers on the Master Chief Collection, it did take a long time. So that would kind of take a step back right there. But in terms of my three games, I think two people hit on one of mine, and I'm gonna save that for the end. But the first one, it was a hard choice between two titles, and I'll tell you what the second title or the runner-up was after I tell you number three. And number three is Project Gotham Racing. Oh my goodness, I lost so many
Yeah, that
out.
was one of mine.
Oh man, I lost. No, you went
Oh
Halo
yeah.
across the board. All right, you can't do it. Yo,
You can't be double dipping, huh?
this is
Nah, that's one of my. I ain't gonna cut you off. That's one of my tops. But yeah, I feel you. Project Gotham was the truth, man.
dude. Like, and
I'm not
I
gonna cut you off, but I'm gonna cut you
yeah.
off. Nice.
But I really feel like Project Gotham Racing gained such a following that when it came to Forza, I really feel like Turn 10 and then, talking to Playground Games, I think they wanted to kind of replicate Project Gotham to a certain extent. And I really feel if it wasn't for Project Gotham Racing, we wouldn't have Forza Horizon right now. And Project Gotham, dude, like I spent so many hours, going for the platinums in all the races and all the gaining the kudos and doing all the little trials with the cones, all that good stuff. Absolutely awesome, awesome racing game. Now, number two, man, I'm gonna wait for some giggles here after I say this, yo. Oh, by the way, the runner up to Project Gotham Racing was Forza Motorsport because I am madly addicted in the motorsport. I do love the racing simulations as well. But
Which one?
uh, uh
You just threw a blanket statement out there. I'm gonna hold you to the fire there.
well, the one I played the most, and this is gonna sound really weird, but the one I played the most was 5, Forza Motorsport 5.
I
Um,
played a lot of 5.
like it was that first racer on my new console. You had the crisp graphics, the cars looked amazing. I was able to really go in on the vinyls and you could see the detail and stuff like that. So dude, I lived on Forza 5 for I don't even know how long. I think Oh Snaps can tell you guys, like she would call me or message me. I'd be like, yeah, I'm working on a vinyl, or yeah, I'm doing this race, or yeah, like I was always on Forza
So
5. Yeah.
annoying sometimes, but he does a great job and he really puts into what he does.
But yeah, it had me hooked. Like I didn't really need too much at that time besides that game because that's what I played the most. But number
By the
two,
way, Kmet, sorry, Mike Kmet says, "Yo, what's up, Spartan Bro? Xbot 448."
what's going on, Mike? Yeah. Dude, I'm actually thinking about playing Halo tonight. So I don't know if you're around. My gamer tag's
Yeah, I'm there.
Xbox
I'm there with you.
Xbox 448. So yo, definitely add me if you didn't add me on Xbox Live yet. I think you guys just don't want to hear my number two. That's what it is because this is something nobody has said, but it has it has sold a ton worldwide, and that is Minecraft. Oh my goodness, talk about a game where you can do whatever you want. If you're down to go out and explore and fight enemies and stuff like that, you could do that. If you want to build stuff and kind of make the world your own, you can do that. I mean, and the building is so detailed that, with the redstone you can make like powered doors, you can make traps, you could do so much in this game. And I do have to say, when it comes to the kids, I had an absolute blast trying to build stuff, with the kids in the house and stuff like that. Basically, me and the oldest, Justin, we would go in and try to do the craziest things in Minecraft. And you know what? A lot of the world will actually agree with me because that game has sold like crazy, and even to this day, like it just keeps gaining gamers, it keeps gaining followers, and it just keeps getting bigger. So number two would be Minecraft, and of course, number one, Halo Combat Evolved. Now I know I have a lot of time in Halo 5, right? But I looked at it like I wouldn't have Halo 5 if Halo didn't come out all the way in the beginning. All right, if it didn't revolutionize first-person shooters, if they didn't like rework how a game is made, how a game loads, the I remember playing the multiplayer like split screen like with three other friends and just going crazy on maps like Hang 'em High and Sidewinder and stuff like that. I spent so much time on the first Halo. It would probably make like Halo 5, my time in Halo 5 look like child's play right now. But I couldn't do a top 3 without putting Halo Combat Evolved as number 1. So, what do you guys think of my list? I was able to talk to you guys about your games and stuff like that. What do you guys think about my list? You think it's on point?
Nah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
I
think
Started
it's
off
mean,
kind of old
I'm not a
school.
Minecraft fan, but I have never really put the time and effort behind it. But I totally get it. Why people enjoy it because it's kind of like what I'm saying, it's all about creation. And if you are into just getting into that game and just creating your own little world, man, I can just see it just taking off. So, kudos to the.
Yeah, it's pretty addictive. I mean, like I was like, let me just jump in and see what it's all about. And I went through the tutorial,
Hmm.
some time in that game. Then after a while, I was like, man, I'm like my life is going away towards this game, so I just stopped completely.
You gotta be careful, man, because before you know it,
Yep.
hours have passed, and you're like, man, I just want to make that next floor on this building right here, and link it with a hallway going to that building right there. Like, yeah, oh man.
Yeah, it's insane.
Can I just speak on behalf of Minecraft?
Go ahead.
At first, I could not stand it. All the kids kept talking about was Minecraft,
We used to make
Minecraft,
fun of
Minecraft.
them, yo.
I know, like we are so bad. We would sit there and make fun of them. All right. So then, when it came to Xbox, we started playing it. At first, I couldn't play it for shit. It would make me sick. Like I would get nauseous and have to go lay down because I get motion sickness or whatever. So then I finally was able to play like in increments at a time, longer and longer, and I fell in love with the game. And now I stopped playing and I cannot play again. Like one because I just don't want to touch it. Two because if I play again, since I've been away for so long, it makes me sick again. And like my plasma TV, it does some weird thing where everything will I don't know what's the word, like kind of
Trail.
like it
It's like it like
yeah,
trails.
trails and say sway, but everything trails and it
Her
really
TV's on
freaks me
acid
out.
right now.
Yeah, it freaks me out, and that started happening to me last night, and I was like, I gotta go to bed. But when I was playing Gears with Sub Zero,
Mhm.
it started really getting to me. But my TV trails, and with the Minecraft and the movement and the TV trailing, I can't do it.
I got you. But yo, when we did get in there, when we were in there with Tyler, Justin, me, and you, like we had a blast, yo. Even though Tyler and Justin would be a like pain in the ass every once in a while, but
Yeah, yeah.
but we had
We
like
had some good
we
times.
had like build offs and stuff like that. Even though they tried to cheat and see what we were building, and
Yeah, yo, the kids cheated.
but it is a lot of fun. It does take a little it takes a little time to kind of get in there and get what's going on. But once you do, like once you get past like how the game looks, you see how big this game can be. And that I mean it speaks for itself. There's a reason why when it comes to Minecraft, a lot of people say no, don't make a sequel. Just keep adding like skin packs, textures and stuff to the original and we're happy because like I don't know besides graphics how you would actually improve that game. But you know, big shout out to Xbox. Like I said, 15 years, so many games. As you heard, there was a couple duplicates in our top three going down the panel and stuff like that, but there was a variety there. You know, we had racers, we had creative games, we had the shooters, whether it's third person, first person. There's just a wide variety of games going from the OG Xbox to the Xbox One, and I'm very happy that it's still going strong to this day. And the hype with Xbox is continuing to grow. I think it's going to go to that fever pitch right before Scorpio comes out, and then the world's going to explode. But guys, we're talking about that. I want to know about like your kind of most, I guess you could say most prolific Xbox memory since we are celebrating, 15 years of Xbox. When we say the word Xbox, I want to know what you guys like that first memory that pops into your head. So we're gonna go down the list real quick. Yo, Don, what is kind of like your most prolific memory when it comes to Xbox? Whether it's all the way back to the OG or up to this generation with the X1. What is that one memory when somebody says that word that gets triggered in your head, dude?
It's like a two-part memory. So like the first is when I was at E3 when right before launch
Mm-hmm.
of the system. So my 15-year anniversary happened like 4 or 5 months ago. My memories of Xbox, and I remember trying out all the different games, both on the PS2 at the time, Xbox. I think some GameCube stuff as well. And when I remember playing very specifically playing Halo One Combat Evolved on a development kit. It was like in this case. You can tell it was like a Dell PC in there, and then they had the crazy controller that was the size of a small dinner plate.
Dude,
That
I
you're
actually
playing with
like
the
that
cart.
controller too, man.
Man, yeah, that thing was a beast. And so, and I swear, and I don't know this for sure or not, and I didn't know who he was at the time, but I'm pretty sure I was like a couple feet away from Seamus Blackley when he was talking to some other people, and I didn't know who he was when I was playing Halo. And I remember playing Halo, and it left the opposite impression that it did for you, right? I remember playing the demo, and I'm like, okay, this is just slightly higher textures than this Turok game I used to play on
Oh, Turok.
N64,
Oh my
and
goodness.
and I played and we all played GoldenEye and stuff like that. So first person shooters, it wasn't like revolutionary in my mind, like for a console.
Hmm.
I just thought, oh, it would do like what those are, but I just didn't get it. I didn't see what was so special about it. But I can tell you, every time I got on the shuttle to go to my hotel, a lot of times I was with press and random people from other studios and stuff like that. And that was something that they talked a lot about. That was a game that kept coming up. And it was a very controversial game. Some people said this thing's gonna flop. This thing's gonna it's gonna the Xbox is gonna bomb. And then in some people are even blaming Halo that it will bomb because they have all these eggs in this one basket. And that was where all the controversy was at that time. People really didn't think it would do well at all. And then to see Halo kind of get its hooks into everybody, like, and then see everyone kind of fall in love with the franchise, got me a little upset because I didn't get it. When someone's a really good game and it doesn't really resonate with me, it kind of frustrates me because I'm missing out on an opportunity to have fun. And it goes all the way back to Halo 3. And then once my good friend, he was a huge Halo nut, even probably more than you bought. And he worked at Frito Lay, and we got all these like he brought this palette of like beef jerky and Doritos and everything else, and we're waiting in the Halo 3 line to go get Halo 3, and we got our copies, and it was a race to get home, and whoever got home first got to play Master Chief, right? So because you know, on Halo 3, if anyone remembers, you can only play Master Chief, right?
Mhm.
Player one can, right?
Yeah.
So I live the furthest away, but somehow I got home, turned on my Xbox first. I got to be with my Master Chief. We all linked up together. We played it. We put it on the hardest difficulty that day, and we played through that whole entire night, straight through, and finished the game.
You Newarked it,
Uh,
man. You Newarked
oh,
the
we
game.
did it. That whole crew New York did, and I was the amateur out of all of them. Like I wasn't very good at it
Mhm.
at the time, and they were kind of carrying me throughout the whole thing. But it was such a blast.
But it didn't matter because you
And
were
it just
Master Chief, man.
no, it was Master Chief. All then and then the funny thing was at the very end is we were driving. You know, you have to drive through, and there's all these exploding areas. You're on these warthogs.
Mhm.
I didn't know any better, but they died, and I just kept going. And they got pissed because every time they would spawn, it would spawn them into this valley of death, and they would just instantly die, right?
Mhm.
And I just kept going, and they didn't even get to play that whole entire section of the game because I went from start to finish in one shot.
One. Hold
And
on. You did that one shot on Legendary.
first time ever playing through a Halo game.
What?
So the whole theory was one shot, and everybody in the party was pissed off at me.
Oh hell yeah.
Uh, we knew about the secret ending. It's before YouTube was really huge at the time, right?
Mhm.
So we all knew about the secret ending. We didn't know it was a secret. And when everyone else started talking about that Master Chief's dead and all that sort of stuff, I'm like, you didn't finish the game. We all thought they didn't finish the game, but they did. We just didn't realize there was two different endings.
Nice.
So it came full circle. Now I love Halo, and I
Wow.
played through all of them. So
Dude, a rookie went through the last stage, and you guys know the last stages are like for those first three. The last stages were kind of like get the fuck out of there, drive to get the hell out of there type scenarios. And on the first try on Legendary, dude, the rookie of the team fucking scores the touchdown. That's absolutely amazing, dude. Um, yo, Newark, man. Why don't you share kind of like that Xbox memory? You know, like when people say Xbox, what's that first memory that kind of pops into your head, man, in celebrating these 15 years?
Well, back in the day when the robot demo with the girl and the robot, I forget the name of it. Oh my gosh. I remember when I had the Dreamcast and I was so looking forward to the console coming out just because of that demo or whatever.
Hmm.
But the crazy thing about the year the Xbox came out, because that was the year my first son was born, and that happened the same year 9/11 happened. September 11 happened. So it's like it's so many memories associated with Xbox around the time it came out. Was so much going on for me around that time.
I got you, man.
Gaming wise, I remember the first time I played NFL Fever. Like I couldn't believe the graphics at the time, because we was all used to the Madden and the NFL 2K,
Yeah,
which was on a Dreamcast at that time.
yeah.
And it was so much of a step. Then you had the Inside Drive, you had the Abe, I think it was Abe Odyssey, what was it called? With the little green mutant guy.
Yeah,
Abe's
Abe's
Odyssey,
Odyssey.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they was advertising it was so much going on, man. Like this, the memory with Xbox from like back in the day was just like, to me, it was the best in gaming, man. There was so much associated with Xbox around that time.
Yeah, yo, the
I think it
OG
was the Sobe energy drink.
the OG Xbox was definitely considered that hardcore gamers console, man. Because I know PlayStation 2, they had a huge library of stuff and everything like that. But the original Xbox
The hard drive,
was no, yeah,
and
dude. How much stuff did
and
you
not
have
to
saved
mention,
on the hard drive, dude?
it was so much music. It was crazy. And it was the first high definition console, man. Believe it or not, man. Like when I had I got a widescreen 1080i Samsung at the time. It was a CRT TV,
Uh huh.
the one with the big back,
Yeah.
and it was what was it, 36 inches or something like that. And I'm telling you, like the first time I think I played this past the whole launch. But when I first played Halo 2, I played it in I think 720p or something. Yo, I was blown away. Like it was so clear to me, and it was like playing on a computer monitor or something at that time. But it was amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Like I was using the component cables, the red, green, and blue cable.
Oh, dude, I remember
It
the
was amazing,
components
man. The
used to
memories.
confuse the shit out of me, man. I'm so happy we went to HDMI. You got one cable for everything now. Because dude, that
Yeah,
shit
man.
looked like a skinny octopus when he pulled the cable out. It was like fucking electronic
Yeah.
dreads or something, man. But yeah,
And then set
go ahead.
then like say if you playing NFL 2K or something like that, then you can go into the they had this thing on NFL 2K. I forgot what one it was. You can go into settings and set the songs you have on your hard drive to play during certain situations, like when you get a first down or when you make a touchdown and stuff like that. You can set different songs off your hard
Oh,
drive to
dude, I
play
remember that. Yo.
during different. It was amazing, man. I just still wish we had some of them features today.
Oh, definitely, dude. I don't. Going into 2K17, man. I was like. I love the soundtrack that they pick for the 2K the NBA games. Like
Oh man,
they do a good job, man.
2K17 soundtracks is amazing.
Dude, it's fire, yo. But like, do but it brings me back to remembering when you used to be able to do that, do your own stadium music, do your own, music
Hmm.
for your
Yes.
home, for away and stuff like that. And I kind of miss that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's no takeaway from NBA soundtrack because, like I said, it is still it is fire, yo. They got their I guess you could say their finger on the pulse of like kind of like the NBA community, and they picked the right music, man. But
Yo, it's just sorry, one more thing. It's just the feeling like even when the Xbox launched, man, I was in line at Best Buy. Yo, I was like the 72nd person, man. And they had 73 consoles. Like it was so crazy. I was in line for so long. Yo, it was insane, man.
and you were like the
And I don't
second
think
to
I'll ever
last
get
one
that
to
feeling
get
again
one.
for a launch of a console.
You were like
Yeah,
oh
I don't think I
wow.
ever.
Oh, you won't.
And I was out there like 5 o'clock that morning.
Yeah, you
But I
will
don't think I
never.
ever get that
You will
feeling for a
never
launch
get that
again,
feeling
man.
again because they predict numbers way better than they do now and all sorts of stuff. So I mean, yeah, that's once in a lifetime, man.
Damn,
Yeah, I'm
damn.
excited for a console launch. Like I don't think I'm gonna be ever like that excited ever again for a console launch.
I got you, man. Yeah, it's definitely a different world than when the OG actually came out. Like, like Don was saying, YouTube wasn't as like relevant back then. He also said about them doing the numbers a little more like properly, and not only that, Newark, but throughout the years, you have really like kind of dove into like gaming news and stuff like that. So you're looking at a lot more news and stats and stuff like that within the gaming industry than you did back at that time. Am I right, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's I don't think it's ever
So
gonna
we'll
feel
know
the
what to
same, man.
expect.
Yeah.
Like I used to look online. I used to look at like the reflections on Project Gotham or like on Dead or Alive when you knock somebody out the window, then they hit the street
Oh
sign
hell
and
yeah.
effects. Like, oh my gosh, man! Like it was the best, man.
Yo, Mega, did you hear that? Yo, he mentioned DOA. Did you hear? Yo, Mega, you heard that, right? I'm just saying.
I was going to sleep when he
Oh
said
my goodness.
DOA.
Well,
I'm
since you're
just
going to
saying.
sleep, man, you are next, dude. Why don't you share your Xbox memory with us, man?
Okay, all right. Everybody else's was fabulous. That was amazing. Mine is really personal. At that time, I was uh I was in my early 20s, and I was getting into the phase of where I was thinking like, man, maybe I'm getting a little bit too old for video games. I had the Dreamcast. I was excited about it, but I still was in that phase of like, this is kid stuff. I need to just go ahead and be more focused into what I was doing. And I was a die-hard PlayStation fanboy. That's why when I crack up at when people say stuff about ponies now, I totally understand where they were. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I could relate to when it came to multiplayer type of games was the homies coming to the house, or I go over there and we play games. Um, but my homeboy that's in the military, I got a lot of friends in the military, and he was like, man, I got this Xbox. I want you to come over here and play this game. And I was like, what game are you talking about? And he said, this game named Halo. And so I was like, man, I said, what kind of game is it? A fighting game or what? Because I'm a fighting game guy. And he said, no, it's a shooting game. I said, man, I hate shooters. The only shooters I really like is the what is that? GoldenEye. That's the
GoldenEye.
only shooter that I really like. And he was like, "No, man, it's crazy, man. You play video games all the time, man. Just come and help me." So when we get there, I look and I laugh because this big ass controller looked like a dinner plate. I said, "Man, what
Yeah.
is this garbage, man? What the hell did you buy?" I said, "Man, you could have just bought you a PlayStation 2 and been cool, right? You know, I'm over here selling the PlayStation." And he's like, "Man, could you just play the game?" So then another friend came by, and then we started playing it, and then it was so hard trying to figure out. It took us like 3 4 hours just to figure that the head and the body movement between the controller. Then once we started playing it, we started playing against each other in combat, and it got fun. The next thing you know, I found myself, we found ourselves playing, and then another friend came over and we played that until like 9 o'clock the next day. We lost complete track of time. And I was like, damn, this game is hot. You know, this game, well, I wasn't saying hot back then, fresh, whatever the hell the word was back then.
Fresh to
So yeah,
death.
and so anyway, um, go fast forward, and I started. There was a friend that I used to go to and meet to buy games at this local, mom and pop's video game store.
Mhm.
And he all his nickname was Frosty. And he was like, "Man, I'm thinking about having a LAN party." I was like, "What the hell is that?" And he said, "Man, it's where we hook up all these Xboxes and we go ahead and we play, and then we'll and we'll go ahead and play all together." I said, "You could do that?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I don't even own an Xbox." I said, "Man, I guess I'll come and play." So I came and played, and they used to call it Halo Night. So it was people from all over the state of Oklahoma that come out there and play this LAN party in Halo Night, and it was absolutely bananas because I never had so much fun, and it got me back into gaming more hardcore than it ever did. And then lastly, my son was about like 5 or 6 years old at the time, and he asked, "Why you keep going to this place, this Halo Night, Daddy? Let me go, let me go." I was like, "Man, you too young." And so then he's like, "Man, let me go." So I took him, and that right there was the probably most special moment ever in my entire life, as is a gamer,
Mhm.
because my son embraced that night, and he was, and everybody was kind of trying to be gentle. I said, "Don't be gentle with him, whoop his ass. Don't he come, he want to come and get it. We grown men, let his ass work." And so the first night he got beat really bad, but then the second night he started picking up because he started playing. I finally got me an Xbox and we started playing. And then eventually it got him, long story short, it got him to where he's a competitive gamer to this day. If it wasn't, matter of fact, on this video he showed the exact same place where I took him, to where he got to that point to where he was competitive and started going into gaming tournaments. And that was just a awesome moment, man. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for Halo, I wouldn't even know if I would still be gaming. And so, man, thank you, Xbox, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. And
No
I'm
doubt.
I'm I'm gonna be a gamer till the day that I
Nice.
Is you
Nice.
finished or is you done? No, I'm just playing.
No, dude, that was actually to actually have
Nah,
somebody
see, mega woke now.
yo, well, to have somebody go into a memory about a LAN party, and that was a big thing in the OG Xbox days. Like me and my friends,
Especially in the military.
yeah, we didn't do it too much. I think we did it a couple times with my friend John's cousin. Like we went over to his house with my boy John's Xbox, and then we did what we had to do, hooked him up and stuff like that. But we never went crazy like with like fucking 10 Xboxes or anything like that. But that was absolutely huge at that time, and it was one of those things that really cemented Halo as a video game for gamers, and it really helped that title grow. Absolutely amazing story so far. Yo, oh snaps! Can you please share with us your Xbox memory? What's up?
I mean, well, my memories aren't all crazy like your guys and feelings and emotional and stuff like that. So,
Feelings, nothing more than. Oh, sorry, my
uh,
bad.
no, 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 it's fine. I don't know. Gosh, every time I go to talk, it's like something like work just texted me.
Yeah, well, see, but Alan wants you to talk, so you better talk.
Alan, I'm talking, okay? Well, I have like, a lot of things. When I think of Xbox, I think of you. Okay, because you're the biggest Xbox obsessed psycho I've ever met in my life.
I take that as a
Uh,
compliment, by the way.
you should. And, since the day I met you, all you've ever said was Xbox, 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 Xbox. All right. We had a lot of good memories playing on there because me and Xbox were friends for years before we ever got into a relationship. So a lot of our time we spent was playing on Xbox.
Hmm.
But there's always the good, the bad, the ugly. I like to keep things short and sweet, as you guys know. Uh, when gosh, I don't know how long ago this was. Someone stole my Xbox. It's
Oh.
an angry feeling. He stole my computer and he stole my Xbox. At the time, the person I was with, he is his quote unquote brother. So, anyways, um, I got my Xbox stolen, and I've never been so pissed in my life because it was my 360, and it meant a lot to me. That was like my outlet, my frustration outlet, my friend zone. Like that's what I did, And I don't think we even had Facebook at the time, and if we did, um, I didn't use Facebook, so it was really disappointing. And actually, there was Facebook at the time,
Yeah.
but
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I remember when you kind of when we first started talking and hanging out the first couple of times, you didn't have an Xbox at that point in time. You were waiting for like a certain moment when you were getting a little bit more money, and you were completely pumped when you got your 360 again. I remember that, and I heard that story about the 360. The funny thing was, she complained more about the 360 getting stolen than her PC, guys. And her PC, like,
Because that was my outlet to the world. That's where my friends were. That was all I did in my spare time.
Mhm.
That's what I turned towards. So yeah, yeah. I mean, nothing spectacular, guys.
So you went from that somebody stealing your 360, eventually getting another one, to now we have like three Xbox Ones in the house. So I think we're set for now. What do you think, lady?
Yeah, I think we're set. I still need my Slim though.
The all red one, the one that's too red. You still going for that one? The gears? Did I lose her? She gone?
No, what happened? What?
You still going for the gears one S?
Yeah, I would like to. They're still selling it, but I don't think we'll be able to afford it anytime soon. So by the time I have the opportunity to get it, it'll probably be done and gone. If not, I will get it.
All right, guys. I'm coming out of retirement. I'm going back to my late night work, and
On the corner.
yeah. No, I was thinking more dancing, but damn, man, you really want me
Oh,
to make
please
that money
don't.
quick, don't you?
Get
Uh,
on the corner. Don't dance.
uh, guys, absolutely awesome memories. Mine, real quick. It was the first time I played Halo. My boy John kept telling me about this Xbox that was coming out, and to be really honest with you, my boy John, he was like back in the day. He was my friend that kind of had that future information. Now I had my cousins and other friends coming to me asking me about games and stuff like that, but when it came to like what was in development, what was coming down the line, I used to go to John and see what was going on. He's like, "Man, Microsoft is making this console. It's going to be crazy powerful. I can't wait for it to come out." And this is while we're playing Dreamcast and stuff like that. I didn't get in on the Xbox, the OG Xbox day 1. Uh but I did go to like one of those big family gatherings, those big Italian gatherings at my aunt's house, and my cousin Paul had an Xbox there, and we kind of broke away from the crowd. He brought me to show me the console. Gave me that big Duke controller, which I got some fairly big hands. I could palm a basketball and stuff like that. So like that controller actually fit really well in my hands. Um, but then he put on Halo, and he put on his save. He, of course, he wanted me to kind of progress on his save or whatnot, and I just remember seeing like how big this game was, like how tall the ceilings were. When you're going outside and you're progressing through the story, I kept seeing the little loading screen, the little loading sign, like up in the upper right hand corner, and I was like, man, like they're loading the game up as I'm playing, because you guys remember Dreamcast load times, PS2 like load times and stuff like that. Shit was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. And I was like, damn, this game is loading while I'm playing. I'm not gonna sit here and look at that loading thing for like ever. I was like, yo, this is absolutely amazing. And of course, the gameplay, yo, no lie, like 5 hours later, and I never gave my cousin his controller back. Like he left me in his room to go hang with our other cousins and stuff, and I was there the entire time playing Halo. I was absolutely hooked. I knew that the OG Xbox, I had to get it, and pretty soon after that, I got it, and the rest is pretty much history after that. But every time I hear Xbox, I think of my cousin Paul, and I think about that first time I played Halo and how different it was and how big it was, and like just like thinking to myself, what can you actually do in this game? Like it was absolutely amazing. But guys, that's 15 years of Xbox right there. A couple questions. We had our top three Xbox games, and then we had the memories down the line. I think we had a lot of really good memories. You know, Mooch says nostalgia is a hell of a drug, man. I'm feeling a little nostalgic right now, thinking about like all the times like I have had with my friends, with my family, and it revolved around Xbox. Just thinking about those memories, man, it's absolutely incredible. But guys, we do
Yeah,
got to talk about
absolutely.
news. We got to talk about news, right? I mean,
Let's go. Yeah.
and the biggest news right now has to be the video game awards. Like,
Oh, let's go.
fir-
Let's do it. Let's get it over with.
first of all, guys, when it comes to the VGAs, the Video Game Awards, do you hold any type of like credibility to this show? Like it, do you expect them to be kind of like fair when it comes to like Game of the Year? That's the big category right there. That's the category that everybody is talking about. For people who don't know, the nominees for Game of the Year is Uncharted 4, right? Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, Game of the Year. Um, let's see, Overwatch, Game of the Year. And then you have Inside and what was the last one? There was, oh man, there was one more. I went over this list. Inside,
Doom.
Doom, Doom, and I actually I like Doom in there for Game of the Year. But yo, let's go down the list here. Yo, we'll start off with Mega. Mega, what do you think about the Game of the Year category, and what do you think about the VGAs as a whole, like this year? Is this something you're gonna tune into? What's going on, man? Share your thoughts, dude.
Well, I was eating some chips, so I was trying to be quiet. But
Oh goodness.
anyway, no, no, no. We all good. All right. Let me just make this. That list was piss water. Um, Send that list to Haley.
Oh, I was waiting for it. There it
That's it.
goes.
That list is the worst. Look, you know what? I know Jeff Keighley has a hard job to do because he can never seem to get it right. And no, no, no. And I'm not trying to diss the man because I actually think that the VGAs is needed just to, so it can because it's a platform that could be really really huge, but he's taken in so many different directions that I don't even think he knows what the hell to do.
Mm.
And just to add this list is abysmal. Just for the main fact, see, when PlayStation guys come and hear me when I made a video about it, oh, you just mad because Gears is not in. No, it's not about that. It's about there are so many other games that was out there that just got left off the list. 2 years in a row, Rise of the Tomb Raider has not been on there. And
Good
if you
point,
talk
man.
to even if you talk to a whole bunch of other people that doesn't have a fight in the console war per se, they feel Tomb Raider is a better game than Uncharted 4 because of the fact that you can do more things. The story of Uncharted 4, it's a great game. It deserves to be there. We all thought that Gears 4 and Uncharted 4 would be those games that would go head to head.
Mm.
I've even said in other videos that I felt Overwatch was going to be in there, even though it's not worth $60, just because of its popularity.
It's
That it's
hype,
going to be
man.
there. So
It's
that's fine.
straight
It's
hype,
hype.
man.
And Ponies is going to lose their fucking mind because that game, Overwatch is going to win. Mark my words. If I'm wrong, then you can fire me up. But Overwatch is going to win because of the fact of its popularity.
Hmm.
But why was there no Dark Souls 3, which is another highly popular game? And look, if you want to put indies in there, That's fine. Inside is a cool game, but I never ever thought that a game that you can beat in 3 to 7 hours should be considered for game of the year. I felt that they should have a category of different, a category of different genres so they could all get their shine.
Yeah.
Instead of mixing it up and throwing out bullshit, and you know what I'm saying, like all these artists, musical artists and comedians, and then you got, just like last year, you had Kojima out there for freaking 40 minutes. And look, I'm happy that he's left Konami, but damn, after we really hearing what's going on with Konami and him, and Konami is a bad company, but damn, Kojima wasn't a really good guy either. Let's just be
He
real
getting his
about that.
revenge this year.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
read the article. Yep.
yeah, so regardless of the fact of it, it's just that okay, you wasted a lot of time instead of us showing us more trailers and giving us an opportunity to have games placed in the proper category instead of blending in fucking racing games and fucking sports games together in one and
Oh
then
yeah,
picking a fucking that was atrocious. That's
dude.
the shit that I'm talking about that makes me sick about the VGAs. They keep missing the opportunities and the points. But I'm gonna let the panel get
Yo,
to it. But I'm
Mega,
just saying it's horrible, man.
Mega,
You put
you.
there's too many big games out there. If make the list longer. If you need to, make it 8 games. Don't just put it at 5 and then
Uh,
just say these are the Doom should be in there. I agree.
huh.
Inside, if you want to make it a nomination because it's a really good indie, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
But to leave out Tomb Raider and to leave out Gears and to leave out even Forza and to leave out fucking Dark Souls 3 is abysmal.
Wow. Wow. So that right there would be your list, like Dark Souls 3, Forza, Gears. You have no problem with Inside, and then Doom.
No, well, I would only have one Xbox game. That's the thing that to make it fair. If you're gonna have a one PlayStation 4 game, then you need to have one Xbox game. And it's not like Xbox just brought out trash. You brought out the best PlayStation game that PlayStation had available this year, and I have no problem with that. If Uncharted 4 wins, I ain't gonna trip about it. But damn it, let it have true
We all
competition.
You
Yeah,
know,
we all know Uncharted 4 gonna win. Like, there's no secret.
dude,
Nobody.
I'm gonna roll with Mega on this. I'm gonna agree with Mega, and I'm gonna say that Overwatch will win. Yo, Blizzard.
That's what we think was gonna win, but we know that.
Yo, Blizzard. Hold
That
on,
game is
hold on,
nominated for too
hold on.
much.
Yo, Blizzard is a solid foundation in the gaming industry. They are highly respected, whether it's PC, whether it's PlayStation, or whether it's Xbox. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, Blizzard is that company that kind of stretches beyond all that. And if any game is going to go over Uncharted 4 with the fucking terrible list that we have for Game of the Year this year, it's going to be Overwatch, yo.
Most
Oh
definitely.
yeah, of
And the
course.
sad thing about it, you will get PC fans pissed off because Overwatch is still selling. Games if you want to buy on a PC are very cheap. Overwatch and Battlefield One are still and Dark Souls 3 are still like 40 to $50 to buy.
Hmm.
This far in its lifespan, then that's really crazy. That tells you right there that they're very popular. And I guarantee you, like I said, Overwatch is going to win, hands down.
Yo, Mega, I gotta say, you made an incredible point. Yo, I said this last year when it came to the VGAs, and we had Forza Motorsport going up against like soccer cars and then like NBA and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to this year's Forza, it's Forza Horizon. All right, they blended the racing and the sports together, but I feel there's one moniker, there's one thing that won't make Forza Horizon in the racing sports genre, and that's the fact of licensing. All right, every sports game has a license. FIFA, official MLS, all that good stuff. NFL, NBA. If you're gonna put a racing game into a sports category, it better like say fucking NASCAR or something like that on it. There is no way in hell Forza Horizon should be going up against like NBA and Madden, dude.
No, and also
Racing's not a sport. Let's just be
it's
honest.
not, but it's also what was the part of the fuckery last year because they wanted to waste time for fucking Kojima, whatever. I don't care, but that's still bullshit. You sit there and left out other great racers. Project Cars would have been a great piece of competition for Forza last year.
Uh huh.
You just overlooked Project Cars. You know what I'm saying? That shit. And then you overlooked NBA 2K. Madden was decent last year. And you're gonna say hockey, FIFA's always solid. FIFA is always solid, and you're gonna give it to fucking soccer cars. Are you kidding me? That atrocious, atrocious. I'm through with them.
Yo,
I'm through with them. If Overwatch
do
don't
you
win,
think?
I'm through with them.
I got you, man.
Well, I'll wait till my turn comes.
No, no, it's your turn, Newark. Go ahead, man. Let it flow.
I'm just jumping in, acting ignorant. I'm sorry.
No,
Man. I'm
this
sorry.
this is that part. This is that part of the
you
show,
good,
man.
but
We're
it
talking
was,
news
actually,
now.
it was a question, but actually, it was a question. What do you think they based games of the year off of? Like, bother to look into that.
It can't be sales because
It's all
Titanfall
major
2.
media. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's all major media outlets.
Dude, you got
Yeah, okay.
Polygon, you got
That's why I think
IGN.
Yeah, all right. Well,
You
that's
got-
why I think Uncharted 4 is going to be game of the year because, this game got perfect tens from so many people.
You're
Yo,
right.
it was overpraised to me.
It was, but and you're right, But you know what? I'll just go back to last year because what got a lot of tens last year was Metal Gear Solid 5,
Mhm.
and what beat it? The better game, the game that actually I had no problem with because The Witcher was the best game last year,
Oh,
hands
yeah.
down. And I was thinking because they were doing the whole praise to Kojima that they was going to go ahead and give it to Metal Gears, but they did it the right way. Now, if you know what, and like, let me take that back. I'm not going to be upset because if Uncharted do win, I'm not going to be pissed off about it. I'm not because it's one of the best games that came out this year. They gave it high praise, but you know what? You're also right, Don, because they gave so much praise to Titanfall 2 that they want to save face and put it out there, which everybody knows that game should be out there because if it was all about sales, that game should not even that game should just be in the shooters category and then overlooked because you still got Gears 4 and others. And that's why I'm saying it is ridiculous why this list was so mismanaged. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think. Right
Yo,
now.
Mega,
Let me take a sip of some cognac. Go ahead, talk,
yo,
guys.
Mega,
Go ahead,
like you
talk.
said, yo, this
And-
this platform, this VGA, could be used to even expand the gaming market beyond what it is now, and it's absolutely huge now. But when you see this bullshit, and then like this, the VGA, it's gonna be kind of like promoted on television and everything like that. So you're gonna have people watching this show that don't necessarily know the ins and outs of what's going on this generation in terms of game development, in terms of kind of like turmoil behind the scenes, turmoil before the release of the game. With Overwatch, how Overwatch came out with fucking like bare bones content, and they've only added like 2 maps and 2 characters since then. Like the people that are gonna watch this that are like, yeah, no, I'm into video games, but they're more on the casual side, aren't gonna know any of this information, and they could definitely be swayed by what this show puts out there, man.
Well, let me.
Yeah, I know what I'm watching it for.
Let me
Premieres.
Let me just say this. Yeah, for the
Yep.
trailers and premieres.
That's
yeah,
all I
right.
watch it for, man.
If they're not interrupted by 10,000 fucking musical acts and comedians. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's a video game show, and I understand you have musical acts, and that's great. But let's keep it core. That's the problem. They don't know the direction that they need to go. First they went with the comedian that was an absolute disaster. I think he's funny when he does his shows and when he's on Talk Soup, but he wasn't great for that platform. Then you go and you have a big. I liked it when it was on Spike because it felt more like a like a award show that was on cable television that I could get with.
Yeah,
You
the
know what
Adam
I'm saying?
Sessler
But-
Morgan Webb
yeah,
days.
Yes, and that's the problem, man. I think he what you know what I'm saying, but they cater. There's a reason why Yoshida was eating dinner, not listening to his public, but he's over here eating dinner with Greg and that other dude Colin, and then Jeff Keighley is all about that Japanese life, and he was over there having pictures hugged up with him. You know what I'm saying? It. You know what? I don't like to say it, but it looks like it's a Sony love fest. you want, if you don't want the
You're saying
console
it's a
wars,
PSX wars? Is that what
yeah,
you're trying to say?
man, that's what it
Some,
sounds like. Let me
some,
just say this, and then I'll let you finish. I'm just saying this: if you don't want this console war shit to keep going, if you don't want people to bitch and to sound like they're a part of this, a part of the sewage, then how about you just do the right thing? And when Xbox have games, put an Xbox game on there. If PlayStation has a game, put a PlayStation game out there.
Amen.
well,
That makes it fair. Makes it right up the bat. I don't
shout
care
out,
who wins.
shout out to Kelvin Brandon. He said, VGAs has been bought by Sony. Xbox One exclusives will never get nominated for an award.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's not quite like that, but
No, no, yo, the VGAs have been like this, and they say it on their website. Yo, shout out to Crap Gamer last night on Crossfire. When you look at the kind of like the people who are putting these lists together, you're looking at like I said, Polygon, IGN, the big gaming media out there, and we all know that the big gaming media right now is absolute bullshit. Has been bullshit throughout this entire generation.
well, you can look at the list of what the who decides the nominees, and you can already predict next year.
Oh,
Yes.
Like you
Yes.
can't. If Soccer Card 2's come out, that wins sports and everything. If those two guys that play voice actors in Uncharted, they're going to be nominated again. If they're in a game, I'm kind of halfway joking, but it's somewhat true. Horizon Zero Dawn. If that game ends up being horrible or great, it's going to be in there.
mhm.
Um, you know, I think The Last Guardian is going to be in next year's because I think it falls in the cutoff for the following year. Uh, Regardless of how people feel about it. So I mean, you can predict these things like really ahead of time. To be honest with you, just because of who's making these decisions, it's very very obvious.
I got you.
I don't know how. I don't even know how you can call it the Game Awards when you don't have one third of the games
Dude, you made
included.
you made a fucking gold mine point right there when you talked about voice actors, because I don't know if the people doing the whole VGA thing, I don't know if they realize it, but there was a game that came out towards the beginning of the year called Quantum Break. Like everything focused around the actual people in the game, even to the point where they had a live show connected to it. You had actual Hollywood stars as like characters in the game who did a phenomenal job acting out their parts, and you mean to tell me they weren't worth a nomination?
No, they even just do voice acting. They also did the motion capture.
Yeah, like what the fuck,
Yeah.
yo?
So like, it's not just like just dubbing a random voice to a voice actor. I mean, like I don't know, like those two that are they're in every game. Like I don't even know who Nolan North and who's the other guy.
I don't even know. You can ask Mooch. He knows them for sure. Like,
Here's the thing: is I'm a developer, and these guys are so irrelevant, but they're in every damn game, and it's like I'm gonna just say right now, they're blacklisted for my title that I'm personally working on, that I'm going to be
ooh.
publishing. They are blacklisted. I will have tryouts. I'll have everything. I don't want them touching my game because there's so many more talented people out there,
Mhm.
and they need to be recognized in regards to that. And then, to be honest, voice acting, guess what? It's something you do on the side. It's not a main living. It's not the same skill set as an artist or a programmer or the musician or any of those people. I'm nothing frustrates me more than the what's going on with voice actors. This whole video game awards, it's like it's a special handshake to whoever knows Jeff Keighley is the best buddy. It's a joke, and
But
it's
see, that's
like
the
it should
thing
be
when
like
it comes to Keeley, yo. Like he is cool with Phil Spencer. Like he is cool with Aaron Greenberg and like everybody in
yeah,
Xbox.
you say that he's cordial, but like who's he really friends with, right?
Mm.
Right.
And I know Phil's a good guy. Like I mean, I don't know no Phil. I've never talked to him, or anything like that. But he seems like he comes off as a genuinely good guy. But Keely's got his clicks.
Mhm.
I mean, who he associates with not only certain developers and things like that, and it's really kind of a shine to allow them all kind of, I don't know, just pat their back. I don't really get it, to be honest with you, because I lose respect for Keeley every time he holds the game rewards, and I'm not gonna like put him on blast, but I can't respect the dude,
Yeah, no, no,
right?
dude, it's common sense.
You're leaving me no choice because of your behavior, how you act, and who you have associated. And here's the other thing: media outlets. Why are media outlets making these decisions of who gets nominated? How about people that a buy the games,
Hmm.
or b people that actually produce the games? The media is just this parasite on the game industry, trying to leech off of them and trying to be a part of something that they're really not.
Dude, that is an
Uh,
amazing point, man.
like I have so many issues with this. I mean, if you look at the final nominees, and no offense to any people that are like Game of the Year, but look at, man, you have list off the games there. But you have an indie game that's Inside, right?
Inside,
Hmm. Good
Yeah,
game, great game.
I'm sure it's a great game, but it shouldn't be playing with the big boys. It just, let's keep them separated.
yeah, keep it
Maybe
indie game of
best
the year, man.
maybe best indie title. Like, let's keep it in perspective.
Dude, I am
Um,
I am in I am in your wagon with that. Like, yo, dude,
yeah, okay, yeah, and
eh.
I'll give Uncharted. Like, I have no problem with Uncharted
Hmm.
being there,
No.
Doom.
right? And, I don't have no problem with Doom being there. But you know what? I do have a problem with Overwatch being there. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good game, but it's not a complete game.
Thank
No.
you.
And when you have a multiplayer only game, and this falls in the category of Titanfall 1 too as well. Um, when you only have a multiplayer game, honestly, in my mind, it's an unfinished game. No matter how you want to spend it, it's the main core of the game. The tag on portion of the game is the multiplayer, right? That's always how it has been. It's how it always is. And really, Overwatch is a hodgepodge of all this failed title. If you look at the history of the game, it's a failed title that they brought all these assets together
Hmm.
and slapped them into
Now,
multiplayer.
Don, I do have to ask you when talking about Overwatch, yo, if a different developer made this, if it wasn't Blizzard, do you think it would be up in this category right now?
I am sure that has influence. I don't think that's all of it. I think people genuinely love the
No,
game.
no, but I'm
Like,
just saying, do you think it would be with the amount of content that came out at launch?
I think it gives about. I don't think it's a full thing, but I think it's like a 20% of the weight.
See, I
Of
don't think it would be up
you
there,
know,
man.
yeah, I would say 80% of the weight is the actual game itself. The multiplayer is good. It is a good game. It does have depth to it. It reminds me of a a cross between multiplayer and honestly a fighter. The strategy like you would have in fighters
Okay.
in a in a first person shooter.
I
So
I'm
I mean,
questioning my sanity right now because I can actually see where you're coming from, and that's crazy.
yeah. So it
No.
so it really has those attributes. I think it's a great game. I just don't think it's even remotely should be even candidate because it's not a complete game.
Mhm.
And
No,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say you're absolutely right. It is a very fun game. I haven't played it in months, but I've had so much fun with it. But where that game is should be properly placed is in shooter of the year and
Yeah.
win shooter of the year because of its popularity and its fun factor. It
Mhm.
is a fantastically fun game. I don't even know if fantastically is a word, but
It
it
is
is a
now.
fantastic. It is now. K Megaism. It is a fantastically fun game. It's amazing. The
Well, I
problem,
mean, imagine that category. So you would
yeah,
have that game. You would probably have Call of Duty. You would probably throw Titanfall in there.
right.
That's a fair
And
matchup.
Doom.
Yeah, you got
That's a
Gears, you got Doom, you got
Yeah. Gears would be in there. Doom would be
you
great.
got
Those are
you
all
got
be great.
Titanfall. That would be a very exciting. That's what I'm saying. Why they don't put the genres in? Just like this year in sports, you got FIFA, 2K17, Madden 17. Trust me, Madden 17 is legit. Madden is back to the old guard of where it used to be, where it's absolutely fun and it is not bullshit like it has been for the last 10 plus years. It's absolutely fantastic. Then of course you can throw in, the dark horses like hockey or UFC, whatever that's available. But those categories would bring more suspense to a lot of
Hmm.
to a lot of gamers because you partition them in a place to where they should be.
I
You
got
know what I'm saying?
Well,
I don't get that.
well.
well, if you look at the Super Bowl, right? And people watch the Super Bowl because they want to see the two top teams in the league. duke it out, right?
Right.
They don't want to see the bottom tier team that did the worst against the best. They
Yes.
want to see the two best, right?
Right.
Hey
You want to
guys,
see them bring their
guys,
game.
I just want to interrupt real quick. Yo, Chris Lettuce said something, and dude, I gotta shout him out on this. Yo, Don, when you were talking about Overwatch being only multiplayer, yo, Chris Lettuce, he came out with a good point. He was like, well, single player only is complete, but multiplayer isn't. Like, dude, how are you gonna
I
answer
would
that?
say actually yes, because you have to create AI for single player. You half the time you have to create a story. You have to create all these background assets. Literally, you can take all that stuff, jumble it together, and make multiplayer. Multiplayer is the easier of the two,
I will
um,
say
and it takes way less effort.
I will say Blizzard has fleshed out Overwatch more than your standard like multiplayer only type game. I will give them props for that. But like I said, the lack of content, like the few maps at release and only two since then, and stuff like that. Like me personally, I don't feel this is a weird title to me because when it comes to Game of the Year, I don't feel like it should be in there. But since it's in there, it tells me how much respect Blizzard has from the people who built these lists, all right? And from the gamers out there, because there's a lot of gamers that absolutely love this game, right? But it,
Well, don't forget about Battlefield One.
No,
How
Battlefield
can I
One too.
forget
Yeah,
about Battlefield One?
I don't know why I forgot about that. That's a
Battlefield One to me, after now I haven't played the story yet of Titanfall 2, but overall with the multiplayer, after now playing both, Battlefield One is in a league of its own. That's a fact.
yeah, and that
Battlefield
should be
One,
recognized,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just think about the shooter category when you have Gears, you have Battlefield One, you have Titanfall 2, you have Overwatch, you have Doom. Just those five alone would have me sitting salivating like, you know what? I ain't only gonna trip of whoever's gonna
yeah,
win
right.
because that is a fantastic list.
that's
A
that's
fantastic year of game of
That's like
shooters.
it's like choosing between two really hot girlfriends, right? Like
Yeah.
you're like, ooh, they're both great, but you have to make a choice, right?
Guys are
Um,
in trouble all the time.
yeah, exactly. Sorry, Snaps, I forgot you're here.
well,
No, it's quite all right.
well, guys, we've kind of taken this topic and ran with it, but O Snaps in Newark, yo, do you guys have anything to say about the VGAs, about their nominations? Do you feel like there were snubs? Do you think this list is credible, guys? How do you feel about this, yo?
I think they're
I don't
awesome.
know. I think they just, yeah, I think they just put stuff together. I mean, like I think better options could have been in there. Like someone was saying, Battlefield One. Battlefield One to me trumps all shooters. This year,
Yeah, it's because Halo
my
5 didn't
opinion.
come
And
out this year. I got you, man.
yeah, exactly. Shit, Halo 5 update should have been in there, but
Yeah, I
nah, I'm
know,
just playing.
right? Game of the year.
But I don't know. Like even Overwatch, Overwatch is a good game, but I don't game of the year. That's too much. I don't know.
I got you, man. I got you. Yo, oh snaps. What do you think about this list? Yo, they snubbed your Gears. Gears is not a Game of the Year nominee. How do you feel
Yeah,
about that?
no.
It's a Microsoft exclusive. That's why.
Because it's better than that.
It's bad. Good, yo.
It is.
Who gets to pick these games?
Let's
Quite
see.
frankly,
Like I said, I gave a couple. There was
I don't know. I got lost and I forgot what we were talking
Polygon,
about.
IGN, like the big gaming media out there. They go with Keeley over here, and they kind of make these lists up. So
Okay,
you're looking
so
at that.
why isn't it the gamers who are getting to be the ones who pick from each platform and kind of going by each platform's game of the year? Because if you have multiple platforms all going for one game of the year, that's bullshit. You have each platform with their own side, with their own team, with their own group. You can't have one game be game of the year. Each console should be able to have their specific game of the year.
Hmm.
I think it's crap. I think the list is kind of stupid, but I don't think that it should even matter because we're not the ones who are getting to vote on what game.
Ooh.
We're not getting to nominate the game. And when you have multiple platforms in one space, it's stupid.
What? Yo, you guys heard it here first. Yo, the VGAs don't matter. You know why? because we haven't had a say in that shit, yo. Thank
Fuck
you.
them.
Drop the mic. It's over. Yo, yo, guys, come on,
So
like common
I
sense
always
right
love
there.
Snap.
That would be nice if they had like a public voting system. Like everybody, like everybody vote on their favorite game. I think they
Like I
used to
feel
do
like as
something
the
like that
president,
for something back in the day.
we didn't get to pick the people we voted for president. It's the same shit.
Uh-oh.
That's facts. Let's not
Uh-oh.
go there though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Welcome
that's
to
what
the
we're gonna
next
have
podcast,
to.
political podcast edition. And no, I'm just playing.
Please don't,
I'm,
because
I'm,
you're
I'm
gonna have people
playing.
tripping
I'm
out, and I'm
playing.
about to get ignorant. I'm on this sauce too. I'll start saying shit. I'll start losing subs. Anyway,
Yeah,
let's move on
yeah.
from that.
Yo, guys, let's move on to the next topic, and this is a topic that we hear it come up every holiday, and we hear people complain to Microsoft, not so much Sony, because for some reason or another Sony doesn't like putting out software, at least exclusives around the holiday, but it's weird. Like around the holidays, you get a lot of games drop, and people say it's too much. People say that there's too many games in so little time, that certain titles are getting drowned out, certain titles aren't selling as well as they could, and stuff like that. Now, my big thing about that is the at this point in time in the year, I think Crap Gamer said it yesterday on Crossfire. The big hitters take up about 80% of the sales in the holidays, and you have the rest of the games kind of like fighting for that 20%. Um, but with that 20% being so much in the holidays, because during the holidays, they sell a shit ton of games. Do you guys see them kind of like conceding to those big hitters and eventually like releasing their games at different points throughout the year, where even though they're fighting
Nope.
for that 20% in the holidays, that 20% would still make them more money than say coming out in July. So guys, what do you think about the holidays? Do you think at some point in time this is going to change? So Newark, I heard you right off the bat, man. What do you think about this, dude? Do you think it'll change?
Um, nah, I mean you got the holidays, you got Black Friday, you got Christmas. I think every year since these consoles been out, they was a million or close during the holidays. Insane numbers. Kids out of school for Thanksgiving, for I call it the fall break and winter break. So that's where most of the sales is gonna come in.
Okay.
Like around like even Sony, sometimes Microsoft release their games around spring, around income tax time.
Mhm.
But
That's another good
wherever the
time, but
money's coming in at, that's
it
yeah.
doesn't hold a candle to the holidays though, dude. You got people trampling like people and stuff like that for Black Friday. You got like people are
Because
just
people are fucking greedy.
people are in the mode to buy, and they will buy
Yeah,
like crazy, yo.
look at these Black Friday sales on Xbox Live. I mean, I don't know if it's different for Sony, but like I mean, Microsoft is like an American company, and it's like an American holiday, so
Okay, well,
like that's this around the time of the year that they're gonna, bring out their exclusives and stuff like that. Even with third party, everybody want that holiday dollar.
I got you. I got you. Yo, oh snaps! What do you think about this? Do you think that like certain developers will kind of like they'll concede to the Call of Duties and the other big titles out there, and they'll release on different points throughout the year, even though that holiday money, like I said, that 20% is still a shit ton of money to these people. Do you think they'll ever change it, or do you think they'll keep going for that holiday money, man?
Everybody's gonna go for the holiday money.
That's what I think too.
They know people are out there to consume. They know that, that's right now people save up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever have you, that's in between Christmas and sales, sales, sales. So people are shopping. They'll buy whatever. They don't give a shit if it's a piece of shit in a box. They're gonna fucking buy it as long as somebody, they think might want it and it's a good fucking deal. All right.
Yeah, you get
So
half off on that shit in a box. By the way, it's
they'll
now
be like,
$10.
it's 20% off or 50% off. But guess what? If they think it's a deal, they're going to buy it. They might need it at some point in time. I don't know.
Mhm.
But The reality of it is there's a lot of different types of people, and there's a lot of different genres and games. And at the holiday time, like, parents are shopping for kids and they're looking for a deal, and they got big families, so they're going to get the most bang for their buck. And the companies know that that's what people want, and that's where they're going to make their biggest money, and everybody's going to do a sale, you know
Hmm.
um whether it's a game that just came out or a game that's been out for a long time.
Oh snap! When it comes to the holiday season and buying, I've actually noticed something as well. When it comes to like older people and making purchases, like even for like their grandkids and stuff like that. When it comes to the holiday sales, they will stock up even for birthdays around this
Hmm.
time. So they're spending even more. They're not just doing the typical holidays, the Christmas and stuff like that, but they're stocking up for birthdays that are coming around and stuff like that months down the line. So it is a big spending time.
Yeah, it is. And every company knows that. That's why they all do sales and they all participate.
Yeah, no.
It's all about consuming and greed. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Um, Yo, Don, what do you think about this when it comes to the holiday crowd? The so many games drop in for the holidays, and trying to get a piece of that holiday money. Do you think it'll ever change, dude? Coming as a developer, man. So I really want to know what you think.
Um, yeah, I don't think it's a winning strategy. If you're a new IP or newer IP, how do you expect to go head to head with Call of Duty?
I don't think they expect to though. Like I said, that
But
20%
but you
is
you
still
you
a
you,
lot,
you,
man.
you say that you do get to see money. They, they see money signs, right? Let's
Yeah.
let's not pretend that's not the case, right?
Hmm.
But the reality is, there's certain franchises that people always buy every year. Either they're skimped on money or have money, right?
Hmm.
And that's Call of Duty. That's Madden. That's just the way gaming has always been, and it's probably going to be that way for a while. And don't get me wrong, Call of Duty will always be an established franchise. I think going forward. But there is going to be a steep drop off, and I think a lot of these developers are hoping for that steep drop off. They're all betting on that steep drop. When is Call of Duty's steep drop off going to happen? And so we can cash in on it. In the case of the game that we're talking about, Titanfall 2, it's a bad choice. It really, really is a bad choice. Because not only people buying Call of Duty, but people's minds are occupied with their multiplayer for up until mid January, roughly, right?
Hmm.
Right around February is when somebody wants something a little bit new, right? They want something similar but different, right?
Okay.
And that I still believe that to this day, if Titanfall 2 released in that window, they would have more initial sales out of the gate if they didn't pander to one crowd or the other, just sold the game, whatever, and released it in February. I think they would be doing a lot better than they are now.
Can I just
Um,
cut you off real quick, Don?
go ahead.
Because with the holidays coming and people have already begun shopping and things like that, like, it all goes with their marketing and how well they do their marketing also. Because people are gonna buy it as long as it's marketed well.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point. Guess what goes up during the holiday seasons? The cost of marketing.
Yeah.
So to get a television commercial costs a lot more,
And that's
right?
my
So
problem.
yeah, so I mean that's a good point. So now you're spending even more to push a product to be noticed where you
Interesting
really can
point.
be overshadowed by a lot.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I think Titanfall made a huge mistake personally.
I got you.
I agree.
That definitely does make sense. Yo, Mega, what do you think about this strategy? Do you think it's gonna continue? Like, do you think like that holiday money, that kind of like that golden goose egg that sits there for this time of year when it comes to developers? Do you think that's just too much for them to kind of restrain and switch their release date to a different time in the year? Or do you think they'll actually do that at some point?
No, I think it's going to remain the same because of the fact that people are mentally prepared to take off work and to save their money for Black Friday
Mm-hmm.
and for Christmas and
Like
et
trained,
cetera,
right?
et cetera. Yeah, it's just it's just a systematic system. So that's not going to change. I mean, just look at what PlayStation was doing by bringing out all of those pieces of hardware because they were thinking that people were going to buy all of those things during the holiday season. Now the holiday season is not over yet, but still, that's what their thought. And also, PlayStation has deals with, well, I should say PlayStation, but Sony has deals with Call of Duty. They don't want to step on their toes, and with other people, in Watch Dogs, they don't want to step on their sales by throwing in their games. And it wouldn't benefit them to put out their games at this time too, because Xbox has their games. You have the third party games out there, so their games would be overlooked. It's just like what Don said about Titanfall. If Titanfall had some sense, I don't know if it was EA's fault or if it was Zapella's, whoever, they should have thought about that this was still a fairly new game, and they should have came out in the first quarter of the year like they did with part one,
Mm.
and they would have been selling a hell of a lot better. It's not going to change, and
It's just a comment on it. It's always
yeah.
it's when a studio is not actually owned by the publisher.
Mm-hmm.
Studio usually has most of the say on when the title's released.
See, and that
So
right there, yeah, and that is
Well,
that's ridiculous.
maybe.
You got too much of a big head. You thought because you sold those 10 million with that game, and then you shunned those people. You thought that the PlayStation brand was going to go ahead and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
take care of it. You got shot in the foot, and I mean, just look at Tomb Raider. Everybody was pissed off, gave death threats about Rise of the Tomb Raider being first on an Xbox, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna blow those sales away once that game comes over to the PlayStation." That game hasn't even sold nearly as much as it did on the Xbox One. That just comes to show you that if developers keep on trying to cater to one side instead of just do their due diligence, then they're gonna pay for it, because there is favoritism. If how
Yo,
I don't care how much Killer Feel of them want to admit it, it is
Meg,
favoritism,
Mega,
and
when it comes
it's
to these
horrible.
developers, man, when it comes to these developers, like the ones that are going from exclusive to multiplat, which
Mm-hmm.
in the case of Titanfall, just look at the attach rate of games like per console. And if you look at it, the Xbox has a higher attach rate, more games per console sold than PlayStation does. Now I know PlayStation, they've touted 40 million or whatever consoles in the house, but or in homes or whatever. But when you look at it, the Xbox gamers buy games at a
Right.
higher rate than the Sony gamer. These are numbers, yo. What does Zaire say, man? He says men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. All right.
Right.
well, you know why those numbers are like that, because they're in the countries that actually spend the money on software.
Right.
So, like, if you look at UK, you look at Canada, you look at the US, those countries actually have the highest attach rate to any device what you could buy to support a device. So you can be from a Blu-ray player buying disc for that Blu-ray player, DVD player, the same thing, to an Xbox One S or a PS4. If you buy a hardware in those countries, they have a higher attach rate. So those are the countries that Xbox is really really popular in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why they have such a high attach rate.
And then it also what's sad is that they want to the opposing side, the people that hate Xbox, they want to keep throwing out the numbers about Recore and Quantum Break, and then they even want to just throw out the 600,000 first week of Gears, but they're not considering the digital sales. And I know it goes both sides too, because with Street Fighter and with Uncharted, there were digital sales there as well. But when you get a report saying that Street Fighter Five didn't sell 100 copies, digital or hard copy, in like since fucking May, then that tells you that there's a problem where people will they just don't buy their games. They just buy the third party games. So that's why Sony is really smart by putting all their games in the first party. I mean, I'm sorry,
Well,
first part of the year.
what's crazy about digital sales and holidays is that that's always up year over year. So
It is.
because people can buy, you're like, well, crap, I can't buy the game, physically at a store they're out,
Hmm.
right? Who
Mhm.
cares? Oh, and then you're good to go. So digital sales are up year over year around holiday time. So that is very interesting, and I would imagine it's even higher with Play Anywhere.
Yeah.
I would easily add an extra 5 or 10% on the digital attach rate.
Nice. Yo, Newark, did you chime in on this, dude? What do you think? Do you think that you know, the developers will kind of concede the holiday season to the big hitters?
Yeah, I was the first one to
That's
chime
why,
in.
man. The conversation
Yeah.
got so into it, man. I couldn't remember if I hit you or not. Um, yo,
I have a question though.
what's up?
From the podcast I was watching last night, someone was talking about the sales of Gears of War, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, and I think it was in third place, beating out some third party titles, and why that sold more. I just wondering why people think Gears of War sales was so low.
Because they want it to be low.
Right.
It's there's a fan base that really wants that game to fail. It's actually the type of fan base. I mean, I hate it on the Xbox side as along with the PlayStation 4 side, where people just wish something to fail,
Hmm.
Hmm.
right? I mean, just
Yeah.
like that's they're despicable people. Don't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That right. And you can tell by some members of the Xbox staff, they get sick of hearing it and seeing it themselves. That's why I think Aaron Greenberg showed those numbers, showed those statistics, just to let them know that this game did sell well. Pump your brakes. And I think Xbox is the reason why they don't bring out more sales numbers is because of the fact they want to abolish the whole discussion about MPDs all in all. That what I'm saying, by you looking at the success of a game, all you got to do is look at how that game uh what the price is after 2 or 3 months. Like
Well, attach
everybody,
it,
yeah.
attach rate is just as important as actual sales number. And what I mean by attach rate is keeping your customer engaged in your product,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
You know, look at the sales drops in PS4 right now. It's dropping, right? Because they're not keeping their customers engaged with the product. You look at Xbox One S, right around that 3 year mark that I always bring up, right,
Hmm.
where people start looking at competing products, right?
Hmm.
It's up. And it's going to be up as long as they keep their customer base engaged in their product. Even when Scorpio comes out, they have to keep them engaged with software. They have to make sure it has a long tail to the multiplayer, or they want to revisit that game. They don't want to trade it in. They want to make sure that that's just as important of a number in the game industry as much as anything else. And that's why they're focusing so much on that, because guess what? When you focus on that, and the proof's in the pudding.
Right. And then also lastly, all you got to do is just look at how Sony was bragging about their sales in the first 3 years. Now, when they're talking about their hardware sales, they're saying that they're solid or they meet expectations, which is telling you that they're not really meeting expectations. They're just trying to save face to get people, like Don said, engaged to go buy that product. And also, it's just like with Titanfall. You can just look. My biggest indicator is what I see with the number of how games sell on the PC, because when the numbers of when the games aren't selling that well, they'll drop those prices like a rock, just in case, like Titanfall.
Hmm.
Titanfall is less than a month old, and I bought that game for $25. That should tell you right there that there's a problem. That game is not selling well. But while Mafia 3, while a lot of people was bitching and complaining about that game is still it's $60, and then it's going to be on Black Friday, and it's only going to be like what 35, 40. So, or if the game is selling enormously well, then they'll go ahead and they'll drop the price like Battlefield 1, which I think Battlefield 1 right now is outselling COD right now. Which, congratulations to you, Battlefield, if you have done
Nice.
it. You
Yo,
have done it.
yo, that
Well, they're
Battlefield
out
One
selling
is
COD.
fire, dude.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah.
fire.
Battlefield is the most played game, and it's the most
Most played.
purchased
Is
game.
it outselling it though?
Yeah, it's outselling COD right now. Yeah,
Oh,
it
but
sold
not
16 million at launch.
right.
So on all
Just current right
platforms.
now.
Hmm.
Well, yeah,
Really?
yeah, all platforms. Yeah, right now, all platforms, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation sold 16 million.
Whoa.
Well, good for them. I mean, they're a talented group of people, and they deserve some recognition, like and a better paycheck for making
I
badass
love
games.
that they were
Yeah.
talking shit before Battlefield One came out too, yo.
Hmm.
That was.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
You know, that's always a double-edged sword. I mean, you can always like hurt
they're
yourself
like,
doing
oh,
that.
your game
Right.
looks
Right.
good, huh? Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. But yo, that was funny, and yo, shout out, to the devs for Battlefield One. Like I said, yo, the game is straight
Fantastic game.
fire. Gameplay is amazing. The graphics look great. The sound quality is tremendous. I mean, what more can you ask from a Battlefield game? You know?
Put it on war tapes. It's a
Oh,
whole different ball game. The sound
yeah.
is insane on war tapes.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, there's a suggestion, but like all in all, I mean, I don't see devs like when you look at that part of the calendar, man. There's just dollar signs all over it, and I just think it's too tempting, yo. I do like the part of the calendar where people are getting their taxes. You know what I'm saying? You look at that February in February through the March area.
Hmm.
People are getting their taxes. People want to spend their money, and I think that's where Don said, that's when somebody's usually trying to look for something a little bit different, something a little bit new. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that's a spot on the calendar that will sell well.
It's just it's the second sweet spot, right? It's that January just before summer, because games don't sell in summer as much as people want them to. They don't, and it's that early, right beginning of the school
Mhm.
year to Christmas time. Those are the two windows.
And you
I
have
figure
extra money going to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You're getting people
exactly.
that have big checks. Like I don't know how many times like working in a warehouse like through tax time. Once everybody started getting their taxes, dude, just the list of crazy shit people buy, and I'm like, really? Are you gonna be happy with that purchase in a month or so? Like, um, people spend money at that point in time. So I actually I look towards that area as like another spot because we got to remember, guys, games are games, yeah, no doubt, but developing games, publishing, producing games is a business, all right, and these people are looking at it as a business as well. So you got to
Yeah.
look at things from a business perspective as well, and that's
Yeah,
go ahead, Newark.
even during the summer, like back then in the 360 days, Microsoft always had these videos where they encourage kids to go outside. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, help the kids exercise. Like around the time the Connect came out, and I think that's also have something to do with why there's not a lot of releases in the summertime because they encourage a lot of kids to be outside and do other stuff
Well,
also.
you're spot on, New York, because not only is going outside, but it's the fact that people are not trapped indoors, right?
Mhm.
Like during
Hmm.
spring and winter time, you're trapped. This is what you're doing. So it's either twiddling your thumbs or taking out some knitting or playing some video games, right?
And
It's just
Don
what it
loves
boils
his
down to.
knitting. Yes, he
Or
does.
put
Dude,
on a
I
snow
am.
suit.
Oh,
A chinchilla snowsuit for Don.
Yeah, and also, lastly, I was going to just say this: when you have like with the PlayStation Pro, it would have been a hell of a lot smarter for Sony to put that system in the first party to be complemented by Horizon Zero Dawn
Mhm.
during the tax season, because you have a game that could show the true power of that system. Plus, they could have had plenty of time to fix the kinks instead of going through all the stuff that they're going through with people not knowing how to get their televisions to go in 4K and all of the other issues that they're having right now.
Yo, dude,
they're in a no-win
when it
situation
comes
with
to
their
yo
competition
Sony,
around the corner.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing for this holiday season. Not only did they
Should have just
decide
had the PlayStation
to
VR and the Slim, and they've been fine.
to sell
Left
like
it at that. Yeah.
three new pieces of hardware, they don't really have any type of software to kind of go with this. Like they're committing gaming industry suicide right now, and if it wasn't for the media backing them up and shit like that, they would be dead. They would be absolutely dead, yo.
Right, and that's and you know, and I see Yoda 62 talking about I picked it up yesterday. Okay, you out of the it is, and that's what I was making my point where Sony is saying our numbers are solid. That is not their normal type of lingo when they're selling off the racks. That is not what PlayStation does when they sell off the charts. That's, you know, this, and that right there should tell you that there's too many things going on at one time, because if you got just a 1080p television and you want to utilize the true power, then that means you got to buy a 4K television.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you wanted to get the experience with the PlayStation VR, then you talk about $400 there, $400 there, and then you're probably talking about anywhere from six to $2,000 for a 4K television. People don't have money like that, you know. So you should have brought out the Pro in the first part of the year with Horizon Zero Dawn as the gaming the game for the platform to show its power, and then you would have been solid because people would have been spending that money to go ahead and buy that, and their sales would be a hell of a lot better right now.
I got you, yo, dude. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm looking at the chat and I gotta ask. Oh snaps! Did I cut you off or something? Are you planning to kill?
You always cut me
Are
off.
you planning to kill me tonight? Because I see
No.
Alan, like I see suggestions of
He tried to
poison.
poison you with live
Oh.
flavored lollipops.
What, yo?
Dum Dums to be exact.
I don't even remember cutting you off. What did I cut you off about? Yeah.
I don't remember. You're asking me. I have the worst memory in the world.
And you know it's really
Maybe-
bad if I don't remember.
Maybe you should ask the good person in the chat.
Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah, Alan, what did I cut her off about? I don't even
Alan,
remember this.
stop.
My apologies. Oh snaps. Yo, I don't remember
It's okay.
doing
I let him know you cut me off air all the time.
it. Oh yeah, you don't do that to me
I
at
mean,
all.
I cut you,
You-
off.
you-
That's actually what
You
I
want
meant
to empty
say.
out closets right now, right? You don't. Well, yo, guys, we've had a bunch of interesting topics. We ran over 8 o'clock. I try to make this between 7:30, 8 o'clock. We have been going over 8 o'clock on a consistent basis. The last like few weeks or whatever. But guys, we do got to wind it down. I believe PTK Blam is doing his shot podcast. Absolutely love the discussion today. Just hearing the memories when it comes to Xbox. You have the top three games from everybody on the panel when it comes to Xbox. Celebrating 15 years of Xbox and then still going into the VGAs and the games that kind of crowd the holiday season. Guys, I think we had a really good show this week. What do you guys think? Fire. No, nothing.
Just,
Good job,
Damn,
guys.
bro.
Good job, man.
man.
Damn, I'm gonna have to edit that. I'm gonna have to edit that out, yo.
Cold blood.
I know, right?
I think
really.
everybody
No, it
was,
was
I think
good.
everybody
It
was
was.
expecting somebody to say something.
Yeah. Oh man, we got work on that. But anyway, yo, let's go down the list. Yo, start hitting up these outros real quick. Yo, K Mega, do you have that Dead Sea Scroll ready of your appearances throughout the week and stuff, man? Let everybody know what you're doing, dude.
I'm going to be very quick. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm going to be quick about it. I have, of course, the multiplayer podcast, which is on Thursdays. Check out this last Thursday's episode. It was very lit. It was boring as hell when Porter Rock was there, and then I came in late from work and I set that motherfucker off. So go ahead and
Yeah,
check
that
out.
podcast was insane.
We got it lit. And then, of course, I do BGST. And then when anybody hits me up and asks me to do something, I'm always doing it. And then last but not least, my favorite podcast is my people right here. The next podcast, my family.
Oh yeah.
And always, check out my people from Intro Media Gaming. Much love to them. And damn, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Go check out my channel, K Mega 405. and I'm 4 away from 600. Saying let's go ahead and hit that. Trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. Don't know if I'll get it, but hell, I could try. And then also check me on Twitter and follow me there at KMega4. All right, man. Great show.
Nice, nice, man, dude. You're getting used to it, man.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
Yo, yo, Newark, man. Let everybody know where they could get a hold of you. What you've been up to. You know the deal, man.
All right, you can catch me on Twitter, Xbox, Instagram, YouTube at NorkNJ360. Twitter is like one of my favorite spots to hang out at, and
Twitter is
watch the
awesome, man.
yeah watch the beef between certain YouTubers and people. Well, I don't want to bring no drama to this channel, so I'm gonna keep it simple.
Oh, I thought you were
But
gonna talk about
yeah,
me and
man.
Megadeth, man, because that dude just
Nah,
straight asshole.
Hey,
nah, I'm just
Oh, I'm
Xbox,
sorry.
no,
I'm sorry.
no drama.
Oh, my bad. My
yeah.
You're
bad.
fired.
Yo, well, dude, yo, he's just upset because I am King Neutral and I banished him from the land of neutrality. So, like, he's up on his soapbox, yelling, and it's kind of like being up in a soapbox in New York City. People standing up there yelling, but everybody's just kind of walking by. Nobody really pays attention. You know what I'm saying?
Newark's doing his outro.
I'm sorry.
That whole fake ass neutral thing is getting exposed daily.
Daily. My bad, Newark. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Now you was good. I was keeping it short, but yeah. And also join the next podcast and Xbox News for Xbox Gamers Club on Xbox. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm still waiting for the beam to launch in the arenas, man,
Yes.
so we can do a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
it's coming.
yeah.
I can't wait.
Dude, we got a lot of plans for the Next Nation is what we call the club on
Yeah, the
Xbox.
next
Yeah, we
nation.
we got a lot of plans for you guys. I think we're just under like 200 members. So guys, join up, man. Next Nation Xbox Club, definitely join up. We keep the feed active, and we love having you guys in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
yo,
Oh,
Don.
I just want to let me say this
No,
before
no,
Don
I can't.
jumps
Yo,
in.
Mega, you done. No, I'm just playing. Go
I
ahead.
was waiting.
Damn, son.
Go ahead, Mega. Go
Hey,
ahead.
you about to make me get crunk
Uh
with this motherfucker. I'm playing this way. Now, I was just gonna say, EA has just now released the servers, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some servers so we can get on X Nation and play on some Battlefield One. So I just wanted to let that be known.
Oh
I'm gonna go
shoot.
ahead and get
You
it.
guys know
So.
where to
That's
find me.
awesome.
I will be in a tank. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Dude,
To be hiding in wheels.
dude, Xbot, I gotta be covered in metal, man. So I gotta be in a tank. You know what I'm saying? But dude, yo, Mega, that's awesome. I can't wait to get like everybody in the club together, man. We'll go
Yes.
big on the. That's a huge game to do that with too, man. That's
Yeah,
oh.
64 players, man. It's gonna be so fun. I cannot wait. It's completely different now, so I gotta do some work on it. But I'm definitely gonna try to. I'm gonna get it tonight. I know that they're up, so I'm gonna do that. Now I just gotta know if Titanfall 2 is going to be implemented as well with the servers. If they are, then I'll have both games
Oh damn.
going hard on the multiplayer. So
That would be good.
yeah. So okay.
Yo, we
I'm done. I'm
got
sorry,
yo.
guys.
If that happens with Titanfall 2, we got to tell Crap because man, Crap's been feeling lonely. Like he's like, I don't have anybody to play Titanfall 2 with.
Man, Krebs says all that stuff, but he knows where to hit me up, and he never hits me up. So like, that's his own loss, right?
Yo, Crap. If you're listening or when you do listening, you heard that. Don's like, man, just call me. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm off on Wednesdays. I can fill in some seats on what is his podcast called again? Xbox Nation,
Yes, sir.
and 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 then I'm free on Saturdays. So yeah, always hit me up, man.
Nice. Well, yo, Don, let everybody know. I know you have a couple of projects you're doing. Let everybody know what you've been up to, where they could get a hold of you. Man, you know the deal.
You know what would be really convenient for our listeners is if they can go into just underneath the video and click on each one of our
Oh,
Twitters.
you're an ass. Um, all right.
And I would also say, it wouldn't hurt to have our Xbox Live gamer tags on there.
Well,
I'm just saying, that's just what the listeners want.
Damn.
So
I didn't know you were so in tune with the listeners, sir.
no, I'm gonna put Bot on the spot, and guys, if
Hey,
you
that
want to follow me on
rhymed.
Twitter,
That
I
rhymed.
expect Bot to include not only my Twitter handle but everyone else's,
All right. I will get
in our
I will
YouTube
get
channel.
on it. I will get on it, guys. All right.
But outside of that, I do have a video dropping this weekend. So
You said this weekend or next weekend?
this weekend,
Oh,
I just been sick, so I haven't been able to finalize it. So I should be able to finish it tonight or tomorrow. So
I got you, man. All right, something to look forward to. I can't wait to see that. Happy Little Polygons is the channel name. Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be a short video about the quantum leap from what we saw from PlayStation 2 era to original Xbox to what we saw on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and what was the main piece of tech that allowed us to make that quantum leap. So
ooh, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Nice.
Nice.
it's called normal mapping, but I'll have a whole demonstration of how it all works. So
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, I'm into that tech stuff, man. Videos like that, like I kind of dive into, so I can't wait. Hopefully, you tag me on Twitter when you share it out there, so this way I know, cause I don't really want to like stalk your YouTube channel like that, man.
well, I'm halfway tempted to have you on, and we'll do it live. So
Ooh.
if you can talk me into it, I can make sure the
He's
bot's
only
there as
halfway
well.
attempted. That's awesome.
You know,
uh,
you just got to make sure we're actually wear clothes and not this Halo 3
all
codpiece.
right,
So
made out of milk cartons, dude. You're bringing it
yeah,
back
I'm
to
no
last night, man. Uh, Yo, oh snaps. As usual, it was great, cutting you off on the show this week. I really have a fun time doing that. No,
Yo, fuck
I'm
you.
just playing. Yo, oh snaps.
Just kidding. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, well, I hear it often anyway. So guys, don't, she can say whatever. It just kind of bounces off of me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like I'm Teflon. It hits me, it just slides off. But yo, oh snaps! Let everybody know where they can get a hold of you, what you've been up to. I believe you have a new video on your channel that I watched for almost 2 hours.
You fully endorsed.
Yeah, but
Everybody can
yeah.
find me on Twitter at Girls Can Game 22. I just cut the Xbot off because I can.
Ooh.
Let's see what else. Don't distract me. Please go check out gamingwithtommy.com, I think it is. Posted an article, mentioned it earlier. If you guys get a chance, I wrote the article. It took a lot of me to actually write this article. And I was nervous as hell to get it published out there. Anyways, there is a new video. I actually have a couple of game clips up on my channel, kind of filler videos, if you will. I haven't had a lot of time to make a video, especially with voiceover, anything like that. But I did put a couple of game clips up on there that were awesome, that were like community games that we were playing. And then last night I was streaming some Forza Horizon 3. I did terrible, absolutely terrible, but it was so much fun that it made it all worth it. A lot of great people that we played with. And now I'm going to be playing some Battlefield 1 tonight by popular votes. There's 27 minutes left, and that one is winning over Gears. And what else did I have? Halo 5.
Did Halo 5 make any type of comeback at all? Because it was like,
No, not really.
oh man.
So, yeah, if anybody wants to join on Battlefield 1, feel free to join up. I'll be getting on in a few minutes. If you don't know my gamer tag, it's
Yay!
suckers.
Ooh.
What was that?
I don't know.
Yay! Battlefield 1.
Oh,
Yo,
like,
so
damn.
Mega, you joining?
Did he just
You
boo
you
me?
joining her? Yeah, boo, boo
No, I
that
didn't boo
man.
Only boo your husband.
I boo him too. We could boo him together.
Boo!
Oh,
No,
yeah.
player.
Come on, well, I hear it's
Join
stereo.
up, guys.
But guys, you're on my channel, man. I keep everything simple. Everything is Xbox 448. If you want to add me on Xbox Live, Xbox 448. If you want to add me on Twitter, you haven't added me on Twitter yet. Guess what? Xbot 448. Yo, before we sign off, I do want to give a big shout out to John Thomas the Gamer, who just recently ordered his Xbox One S, and he is very excited. He's been on Twitter talking about it constantly. Dude, I am really happy for you. Yo, when that comes in, I believe it's the Halo bundle. I already told you, man, I will be the first there with you going into Halo multiplayer, and we're going to get some headshots in on a couple of noobs. I can't wait, dude. I'm very excited for you. As usual, it is Saturday night. It's the end of the podcast, guys. If it wasn't for you guys, you guys give us the strength to do more, to reach further, to keep evolving the podcast. And guys, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. I can't say enough how much like the support of this podcast, my channel, K Mega's channel, O Snaps, Newark, how much it means to me. You guys have truly adopted us into the family, and I really appreciate it. But if you haven't yet, go over to PTK Blam, check out the Shop Podcast. Have a great weekend, and guess what, guys? We will see you next Saturday on the next podcast.
Peace.
Have a good night.
Thank you.